Whoop whoop! What is up, Bearcats and Jugga Bros? We are here. We are hanging and chilling on a Saturday night with an early start AAA watch along with and no insanity. Yes, I know it is a very strange programming change. Unfortunately, uh, things kind of happened out of our control that we weren't really aware of until they happened. Like for example, if we had known that they were going to do a Shangomania replay this week instead of a new Lunacy, well then I wouldn't even done that Lunacy watch along that I fell asleep on, and we wouldn't have done that review, and we would have done business as usual tonight. But way she goes, boys, as Ray from Trailer Park Boys would say. But we're still hanging and chilling with our boy Jimmy T. Whoop, whoop, what's up, pal?
What's up? What's up, man? I'm just happy to finally be back. Even though it's only been a week, I feel like I've been gone for like forever, man. I don't know why. It just feels that way because so much has happened since I've been gone. But unfortunately, I missed out on reviewing WrestleMania, and that was one of the things I was looking forward to. Unfortunately, I missed out on Stranglemania, but
Hey,
we are going to talk about it.
hey, yeah. We can still, yeah. If you have not checked it out yet, you can still check it out. It's now free on
Right.
at YouTube.com/Psychopathic Records.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I sent a DM to Jeff Lane because I noticed something very interesting during Thursday night.
What's that?
I just out of the blue, just literally out of the blue, nowhere, WWE decides to air a replay of the April 18th AAA show during what would have been the last hour of when Lunacy would normally air at the same time. And I said, like, is WWE trying to use AAA to counter program JCW? And he thought that was kind of interesting.
That seems a bit coincidental, shall I say, right? I mean,
just out of the blue, WWE is going to replay the April 18th AAA show when Lunacy is airing or would normally air.
yeah, well, the irony, I guess it's a smart play on their part, right? Because they're filling that gap.
Right. The only problem is they chose to do it the same night that they were doing a replay of Stranglemania, and they're doing gangbuster numbers on that. At least for that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't check out the numbers. I did watch it via YouTube, so thank you.
Last I checked, the Stranglemania replay on the Psychopathic Records YouTube channel, which aired 48 hours ago, they're past 40K views.
Oh, awesome! I mean, as they should. Stranglemania was a great show, man. Like, it felt special. It felt different to say Lunacy. It actually really felt like a pay-per-view event for JCW. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's an easy watch. But before I continue on, I just want to thank everybody that sent me well wishes and get better soon all week, because that means the world to me. I really appreciate it. Dan, just quietly, I am feeling about 85% better. I still got a horse cough though, man, like here and there. So don't mind me with that. But I just want to say one thing.
You got a horse cock, pal? Yeah.
I'm
gonna get this big white dildo and I'm gonna call it the Jimmy T. Yeah,
I call it the shotgun, pal. But anyway, but truth be told though, man, I kid you not, I was almost going to go to hospital, man. I had never, ever in my life, and I've had COVID even before, and I've never, ever felt this sick ever, bro. Like, this flu caned me. Like, I mean, destroyed me. I couldn't get out of bed for like 2 days straight. I couldn't eat like for 2 days, and they forced me to eat. I could have gone 3 days at least of not eating, which, mind you, I probably need to not eat for a while. So I didn't mind it in some weird way.
No offense. I think you might have enough in the reserves, or you've been all right for a few days.
Yeah, exactly. So no shit, it didn't bother me. You know what I mean? And when I did eat, I felt sick, like I wanted to throw up. But I'm way past that part now, thank God. And I'm back.
Yeah, when you have a horrible flu spells when you're puking like 5-6 times a day, that's the worst.
I was running to the bathroom like every 5 minutes. It felt like I'm telling you, Brandon, I've been sick many times. I hardly ever get the flu. I hardly ever get sick. But god damn it, when I do, I get it hard. But this, whatever it was, I don't wish this on anyone, not even my worst enemy. It was that bad. Yeah, root virus, all right. Could have been.
And we got OGC in the house. What's up, Colin? Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop, Colin.
All right, so we got about 15 minutes before we start the show. So how about some news? How about them releases?
Oh God, thank you for bringing that up. I totally forgot about it. As a matter of fact, I don't know how I can forget, but man, some of these releases are totally puzzling, Brandon. And I just want to point the first one particularly. Why the hell did they release Kairi Sane?
I know, right? She was like right in the middle of a good storyline with her. With it looked like she was about to break off from Asuka, and then having Io as the wedge for that. That's like you had the story's right there, and they were doing a good job with that. Why would unless there's something that we're not privy to that's not being reported? That's all I have to. Again, wrestling business, we don't know the whole story.
We don't know the whole story. I have no idea what's going on there, and I'm hoping it is what you said. Maybe we're not privy to something. For all you know, she could have wanted to go back home, just like her first run. Did she not request a release to go back to Japan, if I remember correctly?
I did. I think.
I'm pretty sure she did.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think that's what it was. But here's the one that really blew my mind because
I know who you're gonna say.
This was somebody who was like a blue chip, like top prospect, somebody who's fresh. You could do something with where, like, if you're going to release this person, you would wait until you determine this person. Okay, this experience of failure, then we release them. And I'm talking about developmental talent, Tyra May Steele.
Why did it? Wasn't she in Evolve pretty much for the most part?
Yeah, she was in Evolve, and then she was having like a few appearances in NXT where she looked like she was doing really well. Like, from everything I saw out of her, she got it. She understood it. She just needed the time and the reps. A blue chip, charismatic, like top tier athlete you would want. Just you need time to develop it. When NXT/Evolve was the perfect place for her. Why would you let her go?
I have no idea. I mean, we can go up and down this whole release list, and you could be puzzled about a lot of these guys and girls, man. The fact that someone like there's a lot of wrestlers that are part of the roster. I hate, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't mention names. It's not fair on them, you know, because they still got their jobs and whatnot, and I don't wish them to lose their jobs. But some of them should have gotten released compared to this list that did get released. Put it that way, right?
Right. Agree. Yeah, agree. I'm picking up what you're putting
down. One
pal.
chick as well, particularly at one certain chick who's got blonde hair and growls like a lion. Apparently, get the hint? Like, why is she still there?
Or like a lion?
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at, though, right?
Some kind of big cat.
Yeah, she's a big cat, all right. I mean, she's pretty big for sure, in a good way. But if she can still hold on, meow. If she can still hold on to her damn job, doing absolutely nothing but bouncing butts, all right, that's basically what she does best. How the hell is everyone else being released?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We don't know what's going on over there. All we can do is assume and make and speculate.
And what about Aleister Black and what's her name? Friggin' oh my god, I've gone blank. His wife. What's her name again?
Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega.
Yeah, and the speculation with that is because potentially because of that one thing with what was it? There was one interview, or this was actually a shoot.
Okay.
Because I remember the footage being played on one of like a Russo brand show of this happening during an interview where Karrion Kross was in the middle of an interview, or Killer Kross in the middle of an interview, and he gets a text message and he's like, "Oh shit, Paul Heyman."
Right, but what's that got to do with him?
Because that could be like them. They're releasing. They could be realizing they fucked up, and instead of doing business the right way, they're unfairly punishing Aleister Black and Zelina. Okay, we had you doing Karrion Kross and Scarlett's role. Yeah, we're bringing them back, so we're getting rid of you. which is unfair to them. It's not their fault.
Not just that, but did they really have a chance? You know what I mean? All right, Zelina Vega is one thing, but Aleister Black, he beat Orton not too long ago, did he not?
What's that?
Didn't Aleister Black beat freaking Randy Orton not long ago? He did.
I know. Yeah, I know he was involved with something with them, and I think he did. Yeah, he did beat him. Then he was doing this thing. He was like kind of like the devil in his ear gimmick, and then they pivoted to Pat McAfee.
Yeah, exactly. And if you remember, initially, it was Black that was the guy that who called up Orton first over the phone. It was Aleister Black, and then, like you just said, they pivoted somehow to Pat McAfee, which made no friggin' sense anyway. But it is what it is now. What's done is done. But yeah, I don't get it. Like Dan Heffron said, Aleister Black was supposed to be the guy on the phone. That's true. But here we are. Like, he's gone. Now, I don't know if it's because he sits there too. He's too relaxed, if that makes sense. I could picture him being in the back and not even saying much to management and just waits to receive what he's going to do, if you get my drift. And that's fine. But maybe he needs to make himself a bit more known. And they probably like that.
That's the problem. I think Aleister Black's too nice of a guy backstage and too much of a loyal soldier to take the orders and go with it instead of shaking the apple cart when it needs to. Sometimes as to be fair, I'll say this, as a good soldier, sometimes you need to shake that apple cart and let them know, hey, you're fucking up here. Do something about it.
Right. Don't just sit there and wait for things to be handed to you, right? Take that shit. You know what I mean? And that's the impression I get with him. I could be way off, but that's just how the impression I get through him for some reason, you know? But unfortunately for him, I don't know what happens.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of when it comes to these releases and whatnot, good on Zelina Vega for calling out Sean Sapp for being just the douchebag of a douchebag that he is.
He's a fucking idiot. If there's look, I don't hate people. Look, heck, I don't hate anyone, all right? Hate is a strong word.
Strongly dislike.
I've had my run-ins with Sapp on numerous occasions. Me and him, we can argue back and forth sometimes, and he's an idiot with some of his arguments.
Here's the problem with guys like him and Dave Meltzer, especially like this last year with Dave Meltzer. Those guys have such big heads. They're so full of themselves, and they have their heads shoved so far up their own asses. I'm genuinely shocked that they have both not died of suffocation from lack of oxygen to the brain.
They make me laugh when I'm getting over this flu, because I start going on coughing fits, and as you can hear, my lungs aren't the greatest right now. But yeah.
Hey, you know what though? As much as I love you, Jimmy, if I can have on my resume that I made a dude laugh himself to death, I will gladly take it. As much as I love you, I will gladly take that on my resume.
Jesus. God, I can't laugh. I got it like also right now. I have to, because I'm telling you, it's gonna kill me hard right now if I do. But as I was saying, Sean Ross Sapp, just one look at his damn head. Meltzer's one thing, but look at Sean Ross's Sapp's head, seriously. Like, you just want to slap it. Like, straight up. Like, I can't stand this guy, man. I can't stand looking at him. I can't stand hearing him. I can't stand reading his shit.
You know what? Honestly, I'm saying this as a shoot, and I say this from one human being to another, to see a human being get better and not be a jackass. And I'm saying this as somebody who has lived through some experiences with some certain people. Sometimes there are some certain people who understand one kind of language. Sean Sapp is the kind of dude who the only thing that's going to wake him up is if he mouths off to the wrong person, and then he all of a sudden finds himself waking up in a dumpster, wondering how he got there.
I would love to see that, man. Do you remember Bill Buddy and him when they were they saw each other at a Comic-Con or WrestleCon or whatever?
Yeah, the only problem was that Billy Body's a pussy.
I couldn't believe that. He got bodied by Sean Ross Sapp. I'll give him credit for that, right? At least stood up for himself. He actually you know, got up in what's his name's face. But god damn it, buddy, you should have absolutely smacked him right then and there. He wouldn't have done shit. But yeah.
I hate violence, but I've also learned to understand and accept that there is a truth in this world. There are some people that the only language they understand is violence, and you got to administer it to them so they understand and listen.
How do revolutions happen, Brandon?
I'll never forget. There's one thing I will never ever forget because it actually happened on 9/11.
Okay.
So I was in 8th grade. There was one dude who was a bully who rode my bus, picked on me. I tried to shrug it off, be the bigger man. And there's one time he put gum in my hair leading up to this.
What? In your hair?
Yeah, he was sitting behind me, put gum in my hair on the bus.
That's the worst thing, man. Gum in your hair. That would piss me off.
Yep. And then one day, I don't know what I don't remember exactly what it was that led to it. All I know is that it was 9/11. It was a half day too.
So this is 2001, literally, like.
Yeah, this is actually September 11th, 2001 when this takes place. We get on the bus. I forgot what leads up to it. All I know, it ends up with him shoving me. I shove him. He takes a swing at me. I duck. I come back with like a right hook.
Oh, nice.
Right in the cheek.
Oh, did it fuck you up? Well, I bet you backed the fuck up after that, right? Never touched you again.
Dude, I'll get to that in a minute. But one thing I'll never forget was he grabbed it and staggered back. And all I remember seeing was from the front of my vision, every single head in front of me on that bus turned simultaneously to look at what happened.
Damn it. There I go. See what happens when I laugh? Good, man. Because bullies, man, look, you go through it, no matter, I don't care who you are. When you grow up in especially high school, you're gonna go through the bullying thing. It happens, man. It's part of growing up.
Dude, my dad, I grew up with this one story my dad always told me about, this one bully who always never leave alone named John Hurd. And it wasn't until my dad beat the shit out of John Hurd. Not only did he leave him alone, they became friends.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say to you. I was just about to say my bully, right? This guy bullied everyone. It wasn't just me or whatever. But yeah, that bully, that was the bully. And we ended up becoming best friends. And that's all after all you need to do is just stand up for yourself, man. Show them that you're not scared of them and you don't give a fuck who they are. And if you prove that to them, they will back their shit away in a heartbeat. Oh my God.
Points across.
Come on, bro. You know,
dude,
I mean,
but as a shoot after that, he went out of his way to be nice to me after that.
Really? Yeah, because you stood up for yourself, man. That's how they work, bro. Like that's just how they work. You know what I'm saying? So, if you can't beat them, they join you. You know, but they all end up like that, man. And you know what? They also end up the most miserable fuckers later in life too, man.
Yeah, unless like you have like somebody who stands up to them, sets them straight, and humbles them.
Yeah, but in high school, I don't think they understand. You don't understand total like humble, like if that makes any sense. Like you're too young to really be humbled. You know, if that makes any sense. I don't know. That's how I feel anyway. Because there's a lot that I thought I knew back then that I clearly didn't know compared to now, you know?
Dude, it's all good. Like again, I'm saying from personal experience, I'm not a violent person. I hate violence, but I also understand and accept the reality of some people only understand violence, and that's what it takes for them to listen. If they go too hard, sometimes it takes just one crack to the cheek, and all of a sudden they get it.
Oh God!
Hey, what's up, Nelson? Whoop whoop.
Yo, Kelso, what's crack-a-lacking? Yeah, exactly, Gus. Hey, NWO for life. I would have taken an ass beating to eventually join. Because once you NWO, you NWO for life. And speaking of that, and I don't want to jump around. Actually, you know what? I won't jump around just yet. I will ask you this before I want to touch on another thing. How do you feel about the Wyatts?
I think they will be okay for the most part. I think they'll be okay. Rowan, I see going to AEW because of that connection with the Huber family.
Yeah, and he's always gone back and forth anyway. We say AEW. He just refuses to sign a contract there for some reason.
Yeah, I think the reason why he went back to he did do like a Brody Lee Memorial thing. He appeared on AEW. And I think what happened was, and then I think it was because them bringing the Wyatt Six together, that's what got him to re-sign with them. Now that they're gone, I could see him going to AEW.
Do you think Tony would be interested in hiring all of them?
Maybe not all of them, but I could see to be at the very least. See, time step. One sec. Sorry, one sec now. So we are at the shit. Hang on, sorry. It's yeah, we are at the we are live right now. It's not giving me a time step. I am so sorry.
The iPad.
I could see. Let's say I could see Bo Dallas and Dexter Loomis at the very least appearing in JCW.
Yeah, them definitely 100%. Like I could definitely see that
because they've had. I'm pretty sure Russo has said he's spoken to both of them personally before this even went down.
Oh, really? Like right before it went down?
No, like when the Wyatt Six first appeared on the scene, or even before.
Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say.
I'm pretty sure like Russo and Dexter Loomis have been in contact with each other for the last 10+ years. When he back to Sam Shaw on TNA.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see that. Definitely 100%. I could definitely see him in JCW. It would suit him. Now, me personally.
Plus, too, this does nothing too. Russo was also talking to Bray, too, in DMs.
Yeah, I knew that. That I knew just before he passed away. And like he really thinks that that's his favorite character of all time in many ways, as in Bray Wyatt. And he's always it's no secret that he's always been a huge fan of his.
Oh, no doubt.
Apollo Crews joining the Hurt Syndicate? No, I hope not. I really don't. He's not Hurt Syndicate material, in my opinion. What is UR Nation again? I mean, come on.
And we got Hammer in the house. What's up, pal? Woo woo, boys.
Hey, Hammer.
Man. Hope all's well.
Hammer time. What's going on, my bro?
And then Motor City Machine Guns, I definitely see them going to AEW because there's like matches they can get out like with them and the Bucks, them and FTR, them and Edge and Christian.
They've also been in AEW on numerous occasions when the TNA AEW sort of partnership was happening. And Charles, you popped in when you said he's not old enough. It's in Apollo Crews.
Woo, woo. He's not pushing 50 yet.
Yeah. No, but in all seriousness, I just don't think he suits that dynamic. He doesn't give me tough guy vibes, man. Just because he's black doesn't mean he should be part of the friggin' Hurt Syndicate. Let's actually have real players. Like Cedric Alexander, in my opinion, sucked being part of the group. Like he just doesn't suit the group. Like for me.
Yeah, you know what Cedric Alexander's doing right now? He's part of the system in TNA.
Yeah. Again, I've never been a huge fan of his, man. I don't know. He's a great wrestler, but he's got zero personality.
It seems like he tries way too hard to overcompensate for not having one. In my opinion, from what I've seen from him in TNA,
he's a vacuum. His charisma is vacuum sucking, literally. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true. Yep, there's an age requirement. Are we going 50 plus, Charles? Is that where we're going with the with the age? But anyway, good luck to the White Six. You know, shit happens, but I'm not. I don't. You know what? I knew this was happening, and I hate to be a harsh puppet. 49 and above and in shape. Is that a hint, Charles? With that age? I'm just saying.
Get me a hammer in the Hurt Syndicate, pal.
Hey, but not, and I'm not saying this because he's our boy. I truly mean it. Have you seen what Hammer and
Yes.
still is, by the way?
Yes.
But if you saw him at his peak,
yes,
he was one mean looking motherfucker, man. Now he would suit the Hurt Syndicate. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying this because he's our boy. I'm actually saying this.
He fit right in.
Right in.
Like a missing puzzle piece.
Like a glove, I was going to say, but yeah, puzzle piece is cool too. But yeah, like Bruce says, apparently the cuts are not finished yet. That's the rumor. Yeah, Amber Fire though is a bit sad as well.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, Alba was doing great work as like the secret Hervis.
And not just that, her mother passed away in Florida getting hit by a car, right? And then they re-signed her, right? Now, this happened about a year ago now, maybe 2 years ago. They re-signed her because, and I felt like it was a petty re-sign, right? At the time. But now this is their true colors coming right out. You know what I mean? Okay, enough time's been passed. We can release it now and be cool on their conscience. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I don't like about that one. But it is what it is. And yeah, they're the ones that really got to me. Apollo Crews, again, he's been there way too long anyway. I think it's time for him to move on. Hurt Syndicate? No, please. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to ask you. Did you watch the Hogan documentary?
I have not yet, but what I heard was watch the only part that we really want to watch is part 3. I think it's part 4.
No, dude, you got to watch all of it. You have to watch all of it. You think because you know everything already, correct? And I know everything, right? But trust me when I tell you, you need to watch it from the start. From start to finish, man. I watched the whole thing in one sitting.
Do they have the footage of him in Jerry Jarrett's basement cutting promos?
They've got all sorts of footage that surprised me, actually, with stuff. Also, all the coke binges, which is interesting with his wife at the time. I swear to God, dude, they were showing all that, which is bizarre to me. Put it this way. You know how Hogan's known to talk shit all the time?
I think a lot of that was Hogan just trying to get over. That's just him telling.
Yeah. He knows he was not as bad this time. It's very sad by the end of it, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
Say
yeah,
what you want about Hogan. It got me teary.
Oh yeah, his brother who was the father of Horace.
Oh yeah, that's sad too. They talk about that as well, and the way and how it happened and what happened. Put it this way, it's stuck with Hogan. I don't want to give it away because you haven't watched it, but Hogan. Anyway, you gotta see it.
As much as the nepotism of Horace Hogan and WCW sucked, looking at like why Hulk did it, it makes sense. You can't really be mad at him for it. He's taking care of he's taking care of family. You can't be mad at him for that.
All right, do you care if I tell you what went down with that a little bit?
Yeah, let's go with it. Go for it.
All right. Well, basically, Hogan's brother turned up into Hogan's life many years later again, right? He was part of the Hells Angels during this time. Yeah, legit. That's why, with Hogan and the NWO and the Hells Angels and all that.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Chuck Zito.
Yeah, Chuck Zito. Well, that was through Hogan and his brother's connection to the Hells Angels. That's legit. That's not bullshit. But so anyway, he was legit Hells Angel. And basically, he came asking for money to Hogan. And he's like, because, he needed money, whatever, right? And Hogan's like, man, how about I'll give you money, but stay with me. You know, instead of like going away and doing whatever you have to do. He goes, no, it's all right. I'll just go and do my thing. I don't want to like bother you and blah blah blah. So anyway, he
Oh
gives him the
man.
money and he OD'd, and
Oh.
you know, so he feels.
So basically, he felt indebted to take care of his take care of his brother. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take care of your son.
Well, not just it's not that, but he really feels that it was his fault that he passed. He couldn't even talk about it properly. He just started crying, man. Like
Man.
he feels he's at fault, like because he could have like still taken him with him, like you know what I mean. Even though they were binging together and all this shit.
Hogan feels like he failed to save his brother. And that guilt.
Right.
I think that he felt guilty for that.
And the parents too. He couldn't tell his parents, and you know the story is all about also getting his father to like accept him and accept what he does, like for example as a profession. And Hogan's got a lot of demons, put it that way, man.
Yeah, and I'm thinking back to when you hear the story of remember how like Scott Hall killed a man in self-defense, and that
That's
guilt never
crazy.
left him, and now you
Right.
understand why he had such addiction problems.
Right, exactly. I didn't know that until that ESPN documentary came out. He never mentioned that previously, right?
Yeah,
And
that
now
was
it
kind of
makes total
that
sense.
was kind of a thing that was kind of like not talked about a lot, but it was also sort of out there if you looked for it.
And you know what, Brooke Hogan, man, I'm sorry, but with what she's going around saying is such entitlement, man. That is, I'm disappointed in her bad because they didn't talk about her on the documentary like she believed they should have. She gets spoken about. Don't worry about that. But you know what, bitch? You're the one that wanted to not talk to your father anymore, right? What do you expect? You know what I mean? And he still spoke about it. But like, I'm just saying, you can't have it both ways, man.
Yeah, when it comes to Brooke and Hulk, I think there's things there that the public is not aware of that is kind of of why things are the way they are between them.
No, she's come out and said it.
That's my thought. Oh,
She
really?
claims that she's been abused like all these years and blah blah blah. I don't know what to believe, man. But abused by what? By millions of dollars? By fucking record labels that your daddy got you? Like, give me a fucking break, man. We've all been abused one way or the other growing up in life. Everybody has. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus, like seriously. Like, do you get where I'm coming from?
I feel you.
Like, I hate to be like cynical, but I just can't stand seeing millionaire kids crying over spilt milk, man. You know?
Dude, man, that reminds me of this one video I will never ever forget seeing was this one girl, she just turned 16, and as a birthday present, they get her this like luxury car. She
Yeah.
throws a temper tantrum because it's not the color she wanted.
Oh,
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
if I was like that, man, no shit, kill me now, God. Like seriously, thank you, Charles, man.
Woo, woo.
I hate to do it, man. I hate to say it like that too, because some people will be the opposite, but I don't give a fuck. That offended me, you know? It offends me because it's like, bitch, you wanted it this way. Don't complain because you still expect your daddy to like hold you in high regard when you are the one that didn't want nothing to do with him. You didn't even go to his funeral. You didn't even introduce him to his grandkids. I don't know, man. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
From what I understand with that, or something I heard, I think that is a little bit more complicated, but that's another rabbit hole and a long conversation.
Look, I get it. I don't like that shit either, Brandon. I hate him, right? But again, she claims she was abused by her, not just her dad, but by her mum, right? When I could have sworn she was the apple of daddy's eye, all right, for many years. And now that she's not, like she ran away from her own family and he's complaining about it. And And yeah, she wants dollars apparently, but he's not part, but doesn't want to be part of the will, which also doesn't make sense. But you know what else is fucking weird, Brandon? She goes running back to his former best friend in freaking Bubba the Love Sponge, right? How do you think Hogan would feel?
He'd be like, "What the fuck?"
You know what I mean? And he's a piece of shit too, but come on. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. It just, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand. I'm not part of that circle, rich man circle of whatever, how friendships work over there. But I don't know, man. They're all just dirty fucking, like, seriously, they're all dirty fucks, all of them.
Dude, just go back and look at that interview with Ric Flair with Ariel Helwani.
Oh
and
my
just
God,
him
bro.
embarrassing himself and making a complete ass out of himself.
And he called out Stevie Richards too.
Stevie Richards, Dutch Mantel, and that peanut shell that guy does on the interviews. Of course, he's referring to James Romero.
That kind of made me laugh about James Romero. I'm not gonna lie, but still, like, and I like James. There's nothing to do with that, but the fact that he said it like that. But why did he even bring him up for? Like, what's that about?
It's just these guys who are just, they cling to that image, and they're just, it really is. I know you've heard how like with some of these guys, like they don't know where the real human being begins and the character they've been playing for 50 years ends.
Yeah, but why mention Stevie Richards, but of all people? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I mean, well, to be fair, Stevie has been honest in his critiques of real life shit Rick has done, and Rick's not happy about that.
All right, I know Rick is clearly a mark tard for himself, right? But does he literally sit there and look at what people are saying about him like 24/7?
It honestly would not shock me. I can't say this for sure, but it would not shock me.
God damn, man. God damn. Anyway, Flair needs to shut the fuck up. That's
who's this gorgeous Latina?
Who is it?
Apparently, Dom's hitting on her now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he's asserting himself.
I should put AAA on. My iPad was off, though, man. And if I put it here... Oh, yeah. You had... Oops.
Yeah, we totally missed that first match.
Did I? Or did we?
We did. We were in the middle of our conversation. We completely missed that first match that was taking place.
Yeah, sorry, because it's been a week for me. You know, I've been out sick, so I've got a lot to say, man. But you know, I missed it big time. Excuse me, fuck.
Yeah, I like that faction of Los Toxicas. They're like a luchador version of the Beautiful People.
Okay. Tell me if you can hear this, Brandon, by any chance. Can you hear that? My feet in the background?
A little bit. Not enough. Not enough.
What about now?
I don't hear anything now.
Really? Okay, that's weird. These commentators are funny. Man, they're really kid. Why do I get old school WCW vibes?
I mean, he could have very easily grown up like seeing the luchadors in WCW and being like, okay, I want to do that and do what they did.
It's also the music. The style of the music reminds me of
Well, you gotta remember Conan's there too, so you gotta who knows what kind of influences there too.
He looks cooler here than he used to.
What's that?
Laredo Kid, he looks cooler here than he used to.
Yeah, like when I saw him at TNA, he was more just like kind of like a job dude, and would occasionally go over. I think they put the digital media title on for a little bit, and then they.
Hey, it's Ego Del Dr. Wagner Jr.
I love that name, the son of Dr. Wagner Jr.
Well,
Isn't
they
that-
love
isn't-
doing the son of something with everyone.
Yeah, but isn't that Dr. Wagner Dr. Wagner the third?
Technically, yes. Dr. Wagner Jr. is technically his daddy.
Which I love that because that's like kind of like a rib on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the son of Dr. Wagner Jr. Well, aren't you Dr. Wagner the third? No, I'm the son of Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, literally. His grandfather of fucking Wagner is technically the OG Wagner. Whoops, there goes my camera. Hey,
Well,
Bruce,
at least
if you
because-
think I'm unplugged today, wait till fucking that kid. I've got a lot to say there.
He's gonna unload like he's blowing a load, pal. Like he's got blue
Whoa,
balls
whoa.
like a mud. Like he's got like the bluest balls ever.
Oh wow, yeah. I've been really looking forward to coming back. Put it that way, man.
He's
I'm
coming,
still
pal. He's
pissed.
coming.
He's gonna not puke, but you know. Hang on. Very colorful. Do you like how now WWE uses their ring in AAA?
To be fair, it's not that much different than what AAA like normally does. Like AAA was always big on advertising. So yeah,
Oh no,
that
I'm
was
not
kind
talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I know that. I'm talking about just their ring, the ring in general.
They should have kept it 6 sides. They should have kept it 6 sides. Yeah, Dominic is El Heel de Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah. Oh, that was dangerous. Aquí está la lucha. The commentators, man. Aquí.
To this point, it sounds like the crowd here is almost split between two of the most popular luchadors on the roster. The top turnbuckle again. On the money with a splash.
Oh,
The far leg for the win.
that referee's been around forever. He looks like a cartel member, man, with those tattoos and shit.
I think, if I remember correctly, he's been involved in storylines as like a dirty, crooked rep before.
Probably. Does WWE have to put their logo above Triple A's logo? Come on.
You know they have to. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you know,
we own this. Instead of just let AAA stand on its own.
I
We all
know, man. Oh, come on. They think that's giving them a rub, but it's still not. Oh. You know what else is annoying? You just know deep down they're going to eventually fade out AAA name wise. And they're going to call it like WWE Lucha Extravaganza or something like that.
That's one area I think I might disagree with you on because I don't think they want to erase that identity and legacy that AAA has built. I think it's kind of why they bought AAA to kind of keep that name and that brand and promote it.
They don't give, for the moment, they don't give a fuck about legacy brands. Look what they did to ECW and WCW. I mean, come on.
Well, I think it's kind of more of like You've seen the movie Tommy Boy, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have. I'm not sure.
Oh, you need to check it out. Well, one of the main plot is it's Chris Farley and David Spade trying to save an auto parts manufacturer company from going out of business to save the town of Sandusky, Ohio, which was like the company was owned by his Tommy's dad, and there's a thing where they're threatening to be bought out by this guy named Ray Zelinsky, played by Dan Aykroyd, and his whole thing is I just want to buy your company and produce the products and produce your products and have your brand under my label. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah, well, this is WWE we're talking about. All they care about is WWE. Like, I'm watching this. I haven't watched AAA in a long time, right? But now I see too much WWE branding that wasn't there previously.
I agreed. I'm with you on that.
And that's what worries me. And all the rumors of NXT Mexico, remember that shit?
Yep.
Don't be surprised if somehow it morphs into that. I don't want it to. I hope they stick.
They'd better not. That'd be the worst thing they could do with that.
Oof. Oh. Cuantros, cientros.
Yeah, that's right. Give me TKO, pal.
Oh, yeah. Why not have that then, at least? Instead of WWE branding, just have the TKO branding. The way he was shaking his legs, like. I like the Mexican commentators, man.
I got JBL, Corey Graves, and Rey Mysterio.
What? I'm listening to it in Spanish. Is there an English feed?
Yeah, on the WWE YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm on AAA's fucking feed.
Yeah, the WWE YouTube channel. They got it's Corey Graves, JBL, and Rey Mysterio.
I just want to point one thing. The Mexican commentating is friggin' fun and exciting. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see if they're capable over here. Oh,
that was a nasty bump to the outside.
Nasty.
Damn.
He bounced like a fucking basketball, man.
Dude, it was like he dribbled. He dribbled.
That's nasty, bro. Lucha. This match is crazy, to be honest with you. Talk about no selling, though.
Well, to be fair, that a degree of no selling has been a part of Lucha.
I know. That's why I'm not critiquing it as I would like a normal match. Believe me.
And that's the finish. Okay.
What? See, I hate that shit. You know why? Again, I don't want to shit on it because of the no selling, but if you're going to no sell like that, don't just fucking abruptly finish the match like that. You know what I mean? Like, but put that shit aside, this match was actually pretty sick. As long as you can put all that shit aside, clearly.
Oof. Yeah, that bump to the outside again.
That's
just
fucked.
Double dribble penalty.
Double dribble. Remember the game, Double Dribble?
I think so.
Basketball game, obviously, but on the original NES. Damn it, this song's gonna stay in my head, fucking. JBL, what a tough guy. My word.
So you're gonna do a title for title match coming up then?
I have no idea.
It seems like that's what he's, or kind of like respecting. Oh, yeah, I'm a champion. You're a champion, but I beat you. I'm the better champion, or something like that.
Look
Because,
how big Wagner is compared to Laredo Kid. Come on.
Right, because Laredo Kid is the cruiserweight champion, and he's the Latin American champion.
He's very over, man. Seems like AAA is doing fucking good business too in fucking Mexico right now. It looks like a sellout.
Dude, they're doing tremendous business, and like people criticize the Undertaker being part of that creative team.
He's fucking good.
He's doing a good job. Like he's just like blending in and doing like adapting.
I think he's very underrated as a booker, man.
Yeah, and like it's basically like him, Conan, and Borash, with like I think Dorian Roldan and I think some other voices like Chavo Guerrero Jr. But that's really about it.
That's a good team, man. See, and that's why they don't have a million fucking chefs in their kitchen.
Right. It's just and also helps them that TKO doesn't really pay that much attention to, and it's kind of let them do their thing, which makes it a more fun show.
For sure, I agree, man. What was I say?
JCW's Mecha Wolf's on tonight.
Oh, he's too. What the fuck? How did that happen?
Well, to be fair, he was actually part of AAA before JCW, I think.
Yeah, but how is WWE allowing him to work JCW?
Again, that could be one of those things that's kind of under the radar because it's AAA. Then that the top brass isn't really paying that much attention to.
Maybe, but that's a shocker. Just seeing that, I'm like, oh shit, it is too.
We saw Ray Phoenix and I think it was Laredo Kid have an interaction. They brought up Penta.
True.
Yeah, they're supposed to do this tag team match. There's going to be the Lucha Brothers reuniting for the first time in years in a tag team match at AAA against the new Los Gringos Locos, which are going to be El Grande Americano and Dominic Mysterio. But then I think it was Penta got hurt, like for a very brief period, and they had to cancel that because it was like right when that timing was horrible. All right, I'm so outside for a little smoky toki during this video package. Be right back.
All right, me too. Give me a moment, peeps, while I take a small chronic break. Hey, I can't see it going down. Nick, wolf. Doesn't look like a wolf. Messias. Messias. Judas Messias.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Let's see what am I smoking on tonight? Oh, fortune cookie. Yes, a fortune cookie. That's what I'm smoking on tonight.
Man, he looks like Silver King, man. Like a young Silver King, and God rest his soul because he passed away, unfortunately. But he reminds me of a young Silver King.
Yeah, Texano Jr. Yeah, he's been around for a bit. In fact, he was in Lucha Underground. He's like the very first few episodes of Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely took the Lucha Cow. He definitely evolved the Lucha Cowboy gimmick from Silver King.
Man, these guys are stars in Mexico. I mean, they love everybody that comes out to the ring unnoticed. Es el grande americano.
Points, Dan. Whoop, whoop.
Look at that pop, man. My God.
Dude, like here's the funny thing. The crowd knows he's German. The crowd knows he's German, but they embrace him as one of their own.
Yeah, because he's putting in effort, man. He even speaks Spanish for crying out loud.
He's showing their culture and showing their people and their culture the proper respect, and and putting them over, and they're giving it right back to him.
That's hilarious, man. How over he is, and you can tell he's loving it. It's sad that fucking us Western fans don't give him the respect he truly deserves, man.
Dude, he's getting it in Mexico though. He's definitely getting it in Mexico. Dude, those are some of the best. Those are some of the best fans to wrestle in front of.
Sheezy. Ole, ole. It's cool to see, man.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. So when I saw it, Mecha Wolf, because I had heard about Conan talk about using him in AAA, and then I saw him being used in JCW. So I said, go look him up, and I was shocked to find out I actually shared a locker room with him a few times, when he used to be called Mr. 450 or Hamet.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, for a Galley Lucha Libre in Chicago in like 2012, 2013, around that time.
That's cool, man.
Yep, and that was actually where I met Mustafa Ali as well, because he wrestled there. He was doing like a Persian royalty gimmick, called himself Prince Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, and he's from Chicago too, right? So
yeah, he was a cop there.
Yeah, I know. I knew that. Yeah. I wonder why he stopped being a cop. That is.
I could not imagine what that was like, and God bless him for being able to do it for as long as he did.
Oh, in Chicago, a lot of cops are turning away from wanting to be a cop.
Indeed, Dan. Whoop, whoop. And you know what? I gotta give him some like very smart creative props too, because he did something very smart recently that I think I know exactly what he's doing, and he did it because he knows the heat he's going to get for doing it. He recently cut his hair, and he's styling it like a certain Democratic mayor.
Oh no! What are you saying?
I think he intentionally styled his hair like Mom Donnie because he knows the heat he's going to get for it, and that's smart. That's smart.
Absolutely. Oh, look at this guy. Man, you know what? We need to review this show. I didn't realize how much I would probably like it. But anyway, yeah.
You know what? It's only an hour long. How hard would it be to fold into an Insanity?
Yeah. You do a back-to-back review show.
Ooh, yeah, we could do Insanity and do a quick review of last week's AAA. By the way, and then here's this week's.
Yeah.
Watch Along Live.
I kind of like the sound of that idea. We'll talk about that like off the air more on how we implement it. But yeah, that'd be a great idea. Man,
That
I need
sounds
a
good.
charger for my friggin' mouse. I can't get away from the screen because my mouse has died.
Oof.
And I don't know. I can't see the chat. If you guys are saying something to me, I'm sorry. At the moment, I can't see what's going on.
Damn
I
it,
mean,
Jimmy.
I know, man. I don't know where the fuck my charger is. Because I need a lightning cable because it's an Apple mouse. Oh, God.
And honestly, Dan, I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked if El Grande Americano is the one who goes over Dom for the Mega Championship. I would not be surprised if he goes over Dom for the belt.
I hope it is.
And we got Cold-Blooded in the house. Good to see you, pal. Happy
Cold-blooded.
Saturday. Hope all is well.
Hey, Brandon, I'll be back. I need to find this charger, man.
All right, all good, pal.
All right, so give me a moment. Otherwise, I'm useless. I can't use them. I need a mouse. So hold on.
Working together very effectively to wear down Tejano Jr. Look at this. Modification on a heart attack, John. Covered by Megawolf. I've seen that before. How great will it be when you see that El Stooge Americano lose his mask and have to leave Mexico? It is certainly a possibility. Might break a few hearts here south of the border. Bagway El Macias now legal for his team. Here comes Megawolf. Wow. Double impact. Might have turned out Tejano's lights. A win.
In fact, honestly, I don't think I've seen Tejano since Lucha Underground.
Absolutely not. These guys could be 80 and play pinochle on the sidewalk.
Again, that's just, what I've been able to see in what time that I have and whatnot. Speaking of Lucha Underground, have you guys seen that teaser where it looks like Lucha Underground might be coming back? Yeah, it was something they released on. I think it was on their X page that's been dormant for like 6-7 years, and they finally released something like within the last few days. Yeah, that's the one, Cold-Blooded. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, have you seen that, Jimmy? How it looks like there might be a return of Lucha Underground. Because their social media page on X, I think it was X, posted something for the first time in like 6 years. And it was it looked like a teaser of a return of Lucha Underground.
We've heard these rumors over the years as well. So seeing is believing.
True, but at the same time, this is their official page, having me dormant for as long as it has. Now the first thing it posts is a teaser, unless it's a really good hack.
Again, seeing is believing, man, because where are they going to get the talent from right now? Everyone's taken up. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot harder. It's not going to be the same starting with a whole bunch of new people. Put it that way.
Well, let's just say at least there's some there's a little bit of a free market of talent out there that they can at least build a foundation from, especially with some releases that just happened, including ones that are rumored to come still.
True. But still, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of any of the whites. So that's not going to get me watching, put it that way. But we'll see. Wow, he tapped quick, make a wolf. Is this actually live right now in Mexico?
No, this is tape. I believe this is a tape show.
Okay. When was this taped?
I'm not sure, but yeah, but this also airs like in Latin America though on their on the Fox network in
Yeah, I know.
like that. Yes, that's like this. That's kind of what the feed that we're getting, but it's played on WWE's YouTube because they can do that in America, I guess, because of legalities or whatever, and international whatever it is. Oh yeah, because they own AAA. Yeah, why wouldn't they be able to be? Because if they sign a deal for Fox in Latin America, why wouldn't they be able to air it on YouTube in America? Yeah, we got it with no commercials too.
That's true.
I like that, like El Grande Americano, like giving the spotlight to Tejano. I like that. It's good to have more than one person over. It's always good to have multiple people getting over. That's never a bad thing. That is never a bad thing.
He was already over too, man. Everyone's over here, man. They were cheering absolutely everyone that came out in this match.
Yeah, man, and stuff like that does it. No, here's Chad Gable Americano.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so they are in AAA. They are having a mask versus mask match. Both El Grande Americanos. So yeah, they're finally going to blow this off and pay it off. Which I'm going to find a way to do a watch along for that.
Why? What's so hard about doing it? The watch along.
It's just I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I got to double check what day it is and try to figure if it's a troublesome day. We got to figure out a way to stick it. Like it might be a lunacy night or an insanity night. But we always do a replay afterwards, so it's all good.
Okay.
Whoop whoop. So the contract signing for that match is next week.
I like Corey Graves commentating here. But the Spanish commentating is brilliant. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, they're tremendous. It's just it just helps to have subtitles. That's all. Do you have subtitles?
Oh God, I can't stop this shit. Hang on, stop that crap. The song's a bit cheesy. I can't believe it's finished already. Jeez.
Yeah, it's usually an hour with commercial breaks. But we didn't get any commercial breaks. That's why it's been about 45, 50 minutes.
It did go under an hour, didn't it? I'm not tripping.
Yeah, you're not tripping. It's just that it's got the no commercials. That's all.
Damn, that kind of sucks. Like as in that it's over.
Yeah, we could have got another 30 minutes out of this easy.
Easy. I was enjoying it, man. It's actually a good show.
It is definitely one of the better shows of the week. Like it routinely makes my top 3 weekly.
I just think, man, there's so much wrestling, like, you know. You think it's hard to watch, but you know what? Not this. This fucking El Brilliante, as they say.
Yep, it's a fun show, easy digestible, and you're left wanting more. What more could you ask for?
100%. Let me just switch over because I still can't see you. I know you're gonna all see me, but oh my god, here we go. I gotta put it back on. Oh, I'm real low. I didn't realize because my camera keeps dropping. Oh, I hate that. No, fuck it. I'll fix that up later on. But I feel like, you know, my head's cut off. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, and Dan, I was getting Spanish commentary before, and then I got English commentary, obviously. I just wanted to see there's something I was meant to get back on. Yes, please do. See, I missed out on all these quiz, like the Arch Rivals best buffs. I used to love Arch Rivals as well. But yeah, it sucks. There's no wrestling right now, Brandon. What the hell are we gonna do?
Yeah, some stuff has to be sacrificed. Like we pretty much set, like that's why we don't do Collision, because that's, you know, because we're gonna do Insanity and AAA, because we already do AEW, so we got to get as much in there as we can. Diversify.
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised you don't do Collision now that I think about it. What the hell?
Part of that is why it's just like it's already way too much, and it's.
What, you're telling me AEW is not good enough television for a Saturday?
No, I'm just saying, like, what was it in that Dave Chappelle's Wu-Tang Financial sketch? You got to diversify your bonds.
My diaphragm is in such pain from all the coughing. Oh man, it's like I'm breaking a rib. Did Goose just mention this talk releases? Didn't we? When we talking releases?
Yeah, we did talk about that a little at the very beginning before AAA started.
We spoke about it for a good 40 minutes at the very least, I feel like.
Yeah, to the point where we actually completely ignored the first match in AAA tonight.
Yeah, that's how much we were talking releases. So if you want to hear us talk about the releases, the main ones anyway, just play it back. I mean, we can't touch on other things, I guess, if that's what you want to do.
However, one thing I did want to discuss about the Wyatt Sixes. Did you see that tweet that Russo put out where he pretty much said, or he's like, I want to see if we can get the Wyatt Six in JCW.
No, but I can see that though happening.
How much you want to bet he's already having conversations with Jay about bringing him in?
Oh, 100%. But what do you call him?
So much. There's so much you could do with that.
Yeah, but just thinking, they got to come up with something creative. That's for sure.
Here's who
have cocaine part of the group this time too, by the way.
No, one act I would absolutely pair them up with, and this would be great. This is actually great timing. Father Bronson, Red Love. That would be put him with them. That's perfect.
You can't have, but if Bo Dallas is there though, and he's there, you can't have two alphas like that. Like technically, who's going to be the main talker?
Ooh, I just thought.
You see what I mean?
there's actually a historical example where you could have the storyline play out.
Against each other? Do you have them
Yes,
go against each
yes,
other?
but it's one manipulating the other without the one figuring it out. You remember the
Or he plays
remember,
up that he's Bray Wyatt.
do you remember the historical figure Rasputin?
Yeah, of course.
Father Bronson is Rasputin to Bo Dallas.
And what's the end game? That he finally realizes he's being manipulated?
It ends with Father Bronson ended up usurping him, taking over. You have a Bo Dallas babyface turn.
As Bo Dallas or as Uncle Howdy?
Oh, Uncle Howdy, absolutely. You still got Uncle Howdy, yeah.
Because you know how he'd be Bo Dallas as well, sort of sometimes. Do you believe, Gruss? Do you believe, actually, Brandon?
Oh, I've always believed.
Well, would you want to have an inspirational Uncle Howdy? Can you imagine? You can do it with me. Because you know he talks kind of like that. I'm talking about Bo Dallas, like how he's got that high pitch sort of. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Oh, believe with me. But he's Uncle Howdy. What about Uncle Saudi? Can we get him instead?
Oh, gee.
And he's
debuting at Saudi Stranglemania, pal.
That would be funny, though. Oh, my God. Uncle Saudi. And he's got the chic friggin' thing on as well. Oh, my God. Hello, Akbar. Oh, my God. That would be funny.
Yeah, we're kind of going off the rails here a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, but I popped myself just thinking about it. The gingerbread man, his uncle, his Uncle Saudi. Oh, Jesus. You can go all sorts of ways with this if you want. It'll be funny. Come on. It's probably bad taste as well, but it'd be funny. Like, yeah. You can call him uncle, like play up on shit with this. Because I can see JCW doing all sorts of shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Legit.
Because there was. Have you? Well, because Vince himself has told the story. I guess I can go ahead and tell the story. Have you heard this thing? The idea he had that he wanted to do with Mecha Wolf.
Refresh me.
Okay, so what he wanted to do was he wanted to have this guy in SWAT riot gear, face mask and whatnot, and on the back it said ICE.
Oh yeah, I did know that.
Yeah, it would take place over the course of like a month-ish or so, and then eventually he'd be trying to go after Mecha Wolf, but then at the end of it, kind of like Scooby-Doo-ish, Mecha Wolf would get up on him, take the mask off. Guess who it is? Glacier.
Oh yeah, I heard this.
100% rib.
That's why I laughed at what's it called? Colt Cabana playing up like the big boss man.
Oh yeah,
hilarious, bro.
Yeah, Officer Colt or Officer Cabana.
That was fucking funny, man. If anyone hasn't seen those old fucking episodes of JCW with Colt Cabana being the big cult man, basically, go back and watch some of that. It's hilarious. Kelso, of course we got shows tomorrow to review. You don't know of that wreckage. How could you not, man? It's going to be me, the vet, and the Professor Trabella Vera Cruz, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, where we talk all things AEW. Even if AEW is not your cup of tea, believe me, tune in to us. You'll have a good laugh.
And also tomorrow night we have HMG. We have the return of HMG After Dark after a 2-week hiatus. We're going to be checking out the final 4 episodes of Trailer Park Boys season 12 to get us ready for season 13, which should be dropping anytime within the next week. Because from what I heard, it's supposed to drop this month, but it still hasn't yet. We'll see.
I can't believe you don't know this, Nelson Kelso. I'm kind of disappointed now. We don't just talk JCW here or Impact or whatever. We talk every single federation, man. Pretty much every day.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. Hey. He's doing something booked awful. He's a great wrestler. Yeah, he has been booked awful, but they've got their big star in Penta now. They don't really need, I guess, a Ray Phoenix. Yeah, the Rocky movies, Brandon. People want you to finish the Rocky movies. And also, Bruce wanted us to talk about the call. Someone wanted us to talk about the call-ups.
Yeah, well, let's go through that briefly. And yes, Gruss, that is, yeah, Rocky is next on the list after Trailer Park Boys. I'm just trying to, because that's kind of timely, I'm trying to get that in. And then, yeah, Rocky is next on the list. Along with The Godfather and Godfather Part 2. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, Nelson, don't forget, man. I better see you 11 a.m. Eastern in the chat. Otherwise, I'll be very disappointed, bro. Very disappointed. Nah. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you, man.
Yeah, so let's start off with the first obvious one. Let's actually start off with Raw. Sol Ruka.
Yeah, long overdue, as a matter of fact. I thought she's been overcooked in NXT for way too long, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because look at Trick Williams, for example.
Dude, yeah, giving him extra time there, to me, it was that extra time he was there where he ran with the TNA title, where he really found his step and his character.
That I agree with 100%. Like, I think back to, was it Bound for Glory? When he came out with the whoop that trick, the whoop that trick, the orchestra.
Yes, he did. Yep.
That is absolutely, that's a killer, man. Like that got me, like that was making me watch TNA for the most part. Like I was saying to even the vet, I go, because he covered for me, I was surprised that he did the Stranglemania review with you last week, dude. I was like, what? I was shocked. I go, you actually watched JCW? And I go, tell me this. I go, do you like it better than Impact, right? And he's like, actually, I do. He actually did, which surprised me because he goes to me originally when we started doing the show, the Insanity review show. He goes to me, you don't really like it, do you? Right? I go, I do. I actually do like the show. I go, just trust me, watch it. It's different. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I'll go to him as a favor. I go, maybe you can, if you want, take the week off from Impact to take it if it bothers you so much. And I'll do a week for you with Brandon, right? He goes, we'll see. I might take you up on that. So who knows? Maybe I'll host, but for 1 week of the Impact Attack. But
to be fair, it actually might do him a little bit of good to take a week off from Impact. For his own mental well-being, it might do him a
I know. I get worried too about it, man, because he's gotten to the point where he's despising it, man.
But at least in the Impact Tech, he makes a joke out of it and makes it entertaining.
Oh no, absolutely, man. Come on, it's the vet, of course. But I almost feel like because he despises it so much, it puts me off watching it because I'm thinking if he thinks it's that bad, then it's gotta suck for sure. Like me trying to watch it, for example. But see, that's bad because he's already poisoned my thoughts. You get me?
I will say, like, the most entertained I've personally been by TNA, like the last couple of months, is when they did this Undead Realm saga or storyline where when Allie left TNA to go to AEW, they wrote her off by being killed by zombie bride or undead bride Sue Young by having spikes shoved through her neck. So to bring her back, they actually remember that they actually played off continuity. So she's still technically dead, and when the first time she appeared on screen, they made sure to still have the stab wounds in her neck.
Oh, good. Because TNA have a habit of killing people on their shows, right? To no avail. Right. Like, remember Rob Van Dam died when they wrote him off when he was part of them originally? Yeah. Like, I hate that. Don't do that. Try not to do that, please.
Or throwing Mickey James on train tracks and get run over by a train.
Like, come on, man. What is this? Like, why isn't there then people getting arrested for murder? If we're gonna go that far, then we might as well have arrests.
But at least in this case, what they're doing was it was like undead realm supernatural stuff to where it was like, okay, like authorities can't, like, what are they gonna do? Like, there's nothing they can do for this,
Right, that's true.
and
But
they
still.
continue with it. But yeah, hokey but goofy and fun.
But now I went way off subject. The original was supposed to talk about the call ups, and that's my fault. Just quietly, sorry about that.
It's all good. I'm sorry. Like, I kept it going because when I get hooked into something, I keep going to. So
I know I'm the same, man. And because I haven't been around for over a week, it's like I'm all over the place. So bear with me, peeps. But let's go back to that because we did say we'll talk about it. But Sol Ruka was a great call up, like we're saying. It's been long overdue. Hopefully they do great things with her. But still the jury's out with her in terms of what they're going to do with her. They clearly see her as a star, though, you'd think.
Very much so. Plus that nasty head bump she took on NXT this past week.
Oh, I didn't see it. What happened?
Oh, dude, let me pull it up. Hang on one sec. Oh, dude. Yeah, if you've not seen this yet, it's nasty. Holy shit, it's nasty. And
Okay.
To anybody who was there when I was watching this live when it happened, and remember my reaction? That was like a genuine oh my fuck reaction.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Those something was meant to say and I forgot. Oh, and Blake Monroe, another one, should have been on the main roster from the start, in my opinion. But we'll get back to that after we see this bump. That's a good comparison, Gross. How you'd say Sol is a female Jeff Hardy with all the high risk. Yeah, it's his style, man. To be honest, I don't really like the Soul Snatcher. It's a weird, not weird, but it's a bit stupid in some ways. But anyway, that's just me.
All right, here's the bump.
Oh, are you fucking serious, bro? She hit her head on the table. That didn't break.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm speechless.
She may have got, however, from everything she may have gotten extremely lucky though. Like there's a chance she may have gotten extremely lucky because she also did she had her arms back, so that could have absorbed a lot of the bump too. That may have saved her ass there. Because here's one thing. I know I'm spilling a little bit of sausage here as a wrestler, but one of the things you're taught of, or when you're taught how to bump, one of the things that's explained is the reason why you take a front bump or a back bump the way that you do is because you want to absorb as much impact of the fall across as much of your body as possible. That way, like, it doesn't hurt it as much, and you're able to. It doesn't hurt you. You're able to do more over time instead of like if you're taking if you're bumping on a certain area, like say you're taking a bump on this, keep hitting that, and that gets worn down more, and then. Sorry, I mean go off a tangent there, but
no, what? Continue, please. What tangent? You're not, man.
So the way she took that, I think her back bump instincts kicked in, and when she felt like the back of her head hit it, like she threw her arms up, or like threw her arms, or something kicked in. So that way, like her arms absorbed at least probably some of that bump, so that it didn't at least affect the back of her head as much.
I hope. Granted, I hope so, but
not much, but some.
Yeah, no, no. Excuse me. Not much, but some cool. Either way, do you think it's a stupid enough spot to do at this point? Especially now that she's been called up to the main roster, there goes her push already in some ways if she's hurt.
The spot itself wasn't bad. The planning and execution, I think, is where they failed. because
Right.
the tables weren't set up where they should have been.
They seem like they were touching, were they not? I could be wrong, but weren't they up against each other, both tables?
Yes, they were. Which, if they were butting up, then
Yeah, something went wrong here. I don't know if man, I don't know whose fault.
to
Could it
be
be
fair,
Zaria's fault?
honestly, I'll say this: that this could have been prevented, because this is actually a spot that could in the performance center. That this is a spot that could have been rehearsed. You could have had, again, knowing WWE and their budget and what they can afford, you can afford having like super safe crash pads where you can set them up, rehearse the bump, know where to place the tables. Again, that's just me thinking like, okay, I have a multi-million-dollar budget. I want to protect the people, make sure this thing goes off without anybody getting hurt and looks good.
Hmm. And when was that show taped, by the way? Was that live or taped, like in
Live.
advance?
Live.
Oh, so it really did happen on the Wednesday. All right. That's stupid. So, Bruce, I've been noticing you've been saying this a lot about Julia being released. I can see where he's coming from. There's a good chance of that happening. But at the same time, I don't know if WWE are willing to do that just yet. Because they know deep down they've got talent there. You know, I don't know.
Yep, and that's kind of what it looked like, Dan. And to be fair, this is all something that could have been beyond both of their control. There could have been something that could have caused Sol to slip and not be able to throw herself out as much, or she might have slipped and something might have happened. We don't know.
But see, that's where I go back to, was this spot a smart spot to do? I know I agree with you when you say the spot was fine. It was the execution that was all fucked up. But now I'm starting to wonder, maybe the spot was bad after all in some ways, because she didn't reach. You know what I mean? And for females, I know the tables are gimmicked somewhat, right?
Or
But
how
even for
about
me,
this? How about this though? I thought of something. You just give me an idea. So
okay,
if you're gonna do something, a big bump spot like that, why not do something where you go to like the backstage or even the super dangerous NXT parking lot? Something
like
pre-taped and ready.
pre-taped, right? Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's safe, taken care of. It looks nice. You write Sol off. Zarya looks dominant. Sol goes to the main roster. You got a major women's heel for NXT and Zarya. We're good. Everybody wins.
Is this what they were trying to do? Write her off, technically, because there's no.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows she was already
Yeah.
on the main roster, though.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Like,
Yeah. So yeah, Sol is on Raw. She is officially on Raw.
right. So what's the real point of writing her off when they don't really need to? They don't usually do that, you know, when it comes from NXT to main roster call-ups, generally.
Well, they actually did the same thing earlier that night with Joe Hendry and Keanu Carver, where they had Keanu Carver just absolutely brutalize Hendry and look like a dominant, monster coming out of that.
Interesting. But then you think there's got to be a payoff down the road, though, still, you know, even though they probably won't know, pretend you didn't see that. It happened. The parking lot in NXT is very much so deadly. It's true. I mean, come on.
I would put good money on that. We see Joe Hendry make his Raw debut on this next week's Raw and do his concert, and we never see him on NXT and again, and then it's never mentioned other than Keanu Carver in promos saying like, "I'm the man who chased Joe Hendry out of here and I beat him so bad he ran away."
I know, but you know how cheesy that sounds? If I'm on the main roster and some dude in NXT saying that, right? I'm being realistic now. I know this is just wrestling, but realistically, I'd be like, well, you're in the amateurs, dude, while I'm up here, you know, with all the pros. So I don't know what you're fucking talking about, you know? You can instantly bury them like that. Not that they do that, I don't do that. But I'm saying realistically, it's an easy comeback to be like, well, you're there, I'm here. So the only thing worries me about, and this is a good segue, about Joe Hendry, He's gonna be a comedy act. I don't know if they're gonna look at him as that world champion material Joe Hendry, like maybe they were initially.
Over under before we see Joe Hendry and Danhausen interact.
Oh my god, 100%. We give it within 2 weeks. Don't even be surprised next week on his debut. You've been neuralized now, Gross. What did I tell you, man? You got to forget that shit. That's what they do. They continuously friggin' WWE are the biggest grifters since TKO have taken over, and the biggest gaslighters in all of wrestling, like literally.
And then in other interviews, you got guys like Shapiro allegedly telling you what they're doing, and then laughing at you for it, and laughing at you in your face.
They're fucking idiots. All right. You know, even though there's a new regime, the company attitude has not changed one bit. If anything, it's probably worse.
Absolutely worse. At least, I can't believe I'm even saying this. I cannot believe I'm saying this. As crazy as this sounds, as fucked as this sounds to say, and I gotta throw a disclaimer in there. As fucked as this might sound, Vince McMahon might actually have better morals than TKO.
How fucked up is that is true. I agree with you, man. And he cared about the fans too, as dumb as that sounds. You didn't realize it then, right? But you realize that compared to TKO, goddamn, Vince cared about the fans. And when I say that, I'm talking about ticket pricing, families. You know, he never ripped the families off, man.
Because Vince, I forgot who it was who said this, but because Vince understood the long game, you have to continue to create generational fans.
Absolutely. And he knows how to do that and has done that because I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I've been into it. All I cared about was pro wrestling, man, growing up. I'm talking about from 3 years old till now, but back then especially, I didn't give a fuck about anything else. If wrestling was on, that was it. You know, that's all I cared about, bro.
You want to hear a personal story about when it comes to wrestling in my family and my history?
Please. I love hearing these.
So my grandfather used to take my mom and my aunt to the wrestling at the Chase because he loved that, and they enjoyed going there too.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's like my grandfather and my dad. My dad's not the biggest wrestling fan, but he was at one stage. But my grandfather is who really, and God rest his soul, who was really the fan, and how I got into it, you know, like all the way up until the end. He used to watch Raw too, man. Like it was weird. And he couldn't speak a lick of English, man. All he knew was Greek. But somehow, man, like, I don't know, it's weird. He loved wrestling, man. And that's where I got it from. So that's where we bonded straight off the bat, is because of fucking wrestling. But he doesn't know it like we do. I don't think he understands. I'm sure he knows it's a work. But, you know, what does Nelson Cass say? I had a Hulk Hogan wrestling buddy as a kid, and they released a new one now, and I have 10 of them because I couldn't get more as a kid. Bro, we've all got those complexities, man. See, I ended up spoiling myself once I could when it comes to wrestling stuff. No, but I get where he's coming from, because you only had one as a kid. So you go, so now that you're older and you can do it, I've got 10 now as an adult instead of just one. I'm excess like that too, bro. If it's something I love, I'm gonna go see and buy a million fucking things of it, you know. I'm weird like that too. So I'm glad to know I'm not the only one.
Another cool thing too about that was he said, like, oh yeah, and your mom and your aunt, like they seem to like really enjoy like these blonde kids from Texas. Oh, the Von Erichs.
Oh no shit, that's funny. I mean, who didn't? All the women love the Von Erichs. Let's be real now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's a specific pop called the Von Erich pop, because it's a high pitched one.
Yeah. Not just that, you know how the old saying goes, the boys, you know, wanted to be them and the chicks wanted to be with them. So, you know, you can't get any over than that, right? Same here, Bruce. I had the ring as well. I had all the LJNs one. That were my first figures when it came to the wrestling stuff. And unfortunately for me, growing up, well, I'll get back to that in a second. Because after that, then I got the Hasbro ring with all the figures, during the early 90s. So in the 80s was the LJN stuff, onto the Hasbro stuff. And then I stopped buying wrestling toys and rings because I got into high school. But what's bad is that my mom threw out all that shit, man. You know how much that burns me? WrestleMania and NES was my first wrestling game, Bruce, and the shittest wrestling game of all time. Straight out. Actually, Pro Wrestling on Atari is the worst wrestling game ever, but that NES WrestleMania was just ugh. But I loved it. I loved the next one that came out on NES, man. Was it WrestleMania Challenge? Do you remember that?
I never played it. The first wrestling video game I ever played was I forgot what it was. It was that one where I think it was an arcade game, and the only playable characters were Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Razor Ramon, Lex Luger, Undertaker, and Doink. And you had you go for the Intercontinental or the World Title, and then you go through a gauntlet of matches, and then if you finish it, you get whatever
that's
belt.
WrestleMania the arcade. That sounds like WrestleMania the arcade game.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yep.
And did it have the digitized graphics?
Yeah, and then I think Shawn Michaels, he'd swing a base, he'd super kick, and then Razor Ramon would swing a baseball bat.
I'll put it on in the background just so you and tell me if that's the one when it comes up. But I used to hate it growing up, that game. For some reason, I'm starting to love it, over the recent years, which is bizarre. It's a hard game. I cannot finish that game. I can get to the world title matches because you start off with going for the Intercontinental match belt, and then you go through gauntlets as well of matches, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, which is hard, dude, especially if it's Undertaker, Yokozuna, and whatever other one you want to, Bam Bam, say, right? Man, it kills me. But I love the commentary. The commentating on the game is awesome with Vince McMahon and the King. I think JR is on there too. But Vince and the King stand out a lot on that. Yeah, see, I loved using Bret Hart on that, the way his moveset is. Run the ropes, do some throws, some arm drags, as Jericho would say.
I always used to play HBK on that, and I always abuse the super kick or the speech and music like I was E Honda with the rapid fire fists.
That's hilarious. Here we go. Where is it? WrestleMania. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Were you playing it on what console were you playing it on back then?
SNES.
SNES. Oh yeah, the SNES version. I was playing it on the Genesis back then. But look, nothing beats the original arcade version. I don't know if you can see it in the background.
Yeah, I played the original. Yeah, I played actually the first time I played it was the original arcade version, which had a much wider range of playable characters. And then when I got the SNES version, it was only all it had was Shawn, Bret, Luger, Razor, Taker, and Doink.
Yeah, the Genesis one I think had all the wrestlers on there. As a matter of fact, compared to the SNES version, for whatever reason, but they're still great for what they were. But okay, I told Brandon this before, but never told Jimmy T. When I was 12 in 1984, I taught myself to program and made get out of here. And made a computer game, Hulk Hogan versus Kurt Von Erich. It was a strategy card game. You awesome motherfucker, Dan. You really, so you're good with computers and stuff. You obviously do programming. And you know what? Wasn't there a wrestling game kind of similar to that, Dan, on PC back in the day? If I remember, very similar. I can't remember what it was called, but pretty sure there was one game that came out that was like that. Yeah, I remember too about Adam Bomb and Jeff Jarrett being left out. Yeah, I agree. I had that also on PlayStation. But see the background?
Yes.
see the game.
Yes.
But see how the sprites are big on the arcade compared to the console versions. Like they're very like big. But yeah, that's the proper arcade version of the game. But I agree, the PlayStation one was good too, and the Sega Saturn version. Damn it, it was on everything at one stage. Like everything. Like, but Midway Games, it is Razor Ramon against who is it? Shawn Michaels. It's hard to tell, but yeah. But yeah, man, fun game. It still is a fun game. I think it aged pretty well. But WrestleFest has got to be the best wrestling game of all time for me. Have you played that one yet at all, Brandon?
I've heard about it in passing, never played it.
Oh, bro, it's not only is that a legendary WWF wrestling game, but it's a legendary arcade game in general, bro. Like it is fucking a must play. Have you got emulators at all?
I still gotta get things worked out and set up with this new computer. So I'm still dealing with a lot of stuff that I've over the transfer over from the last computer that died recently.
Oh yeah, I forgot because you did buy a new computer. Well, you know what? I can send you an emulator where you don't have to do nothing. I can send you all the games. All it is, you have to set up nothing. Like it's just already ready. You just click on it and bang, it works. Like right off the bat. Like even with this thing there behind me, it's a little arcade machine, but it's a Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you know what that is, but have you ever heard of that before?
First I've heard of it.
Okay, it's basically like a little mini computer, like that's inside of it. It's pretty cool, but and yeah, you can do whatever you want, anything. It's a computer inside that you can do whatever. It runs on Linux and stuff. And anyway, it's complicated if you don't know about it, but it's pretty cool, man. But it is kind of complex. Yeah, that was great too. On the consoles, like I said, other than WrestleFest, because I'm just so fond of that growing up, and it was never on console, and it was one of those things where I used to wish and dream I owned that game when I never could. So when I finally could play it in real time, it blows my mind. Now you can buy it, the actual arcade version and the arcade machine if you really want, but it's actually got wrestlers missing in it, unfortunately. But Brandon, you look tired, bro.
I'm good, man. I guess still got some mimics. I got to do a Twitch stream here in a little bit. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, go, bro. Don't worry about me. I'm yapping away because I haven't been around.
Before we go, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
This was, as a shoot, this was my favorite arcade game growing up as a kid, to the point where when there was a local video game CD, like, used video, used store and chain in our area called Slackers. There's this one, the closest one near me had a old school Simpsons arcade game.
Oh, I love that game.
There would be times where I would go out of my way just to go there just to play it.
Oh, dude, that's a classic, man. I've got that on there too behind me. I've got it there. I used to love. Did you love the Ninja Turtles arcade game at all? If you never played that one, oh, Brandon, classic.
I might have. I may have or I may have not, but
it's the same makers. They're the same game.
The game I played was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time for SNES. I played that.
That's part 2 of the original arcade version.
Okay, cool.
It's exactly the same style of game, exactly the same. So if you played that, then yeah. But like Nelson Kelsey said, oh my god, Ninja Turtles arcade was sick. Played that a lot. Fuck yeah, bro. Still play it to this day. Like even though I've finished it so many times, it's just one of those games. But yeah, the Turtles in Time game that you're referring to, Brandon, is the exact same game as what I'm talking about. What you're talking about is literally part 2, the sequel to that arcade game. So if you love that, you'll love the original arcade version as well.
Sweet. Whoop, whoop.
My point was about that with The Simpsons. It's the same developers that made both games, and it's the same game. Just one's The Simpsons, one's Ninja Turtles.
Dude, now that you said, I never put that together until you just said that. I never put that together until you said that. I'm like, oh,
It's literally the same game. It's just
the same game. Just replace the Simpsons with the Ninja Turtles. Holy shit!
That's it. That's all it is, man. It's a skin change.
Yeah, and weapon change. Like instead of Donatello with the stick, you got Marge with the vacuum cleaner.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I've got that now, so man. I've got Shredder's Revenge. I've got all the Ninja Turtle games, bro. I've always been a big Ninja Turtles fan. That's another thing. Growing up, I used to actually really love was the Ninja Turtles.
Gruss, I'm saying this as a shoot. Even though I was born in December of '87, I got in there just under the wire to enjoy arcades in the '90s. As a shoot, in fact, this was the
you're old enough to have enjoyed it.
I'll never. This is a shoot. I swear, my right hand to God, I swear to God, this is a shoot. So there's one night. This is like 92, 93 ish, when these two brothers that I become friends with because my mom was babysitting them. We became close friends.
Right.
And my mom and their mom were close friends. So there's a Friday night where we're gonna go out to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Get there, they're super crowded on a Friday night. So luckily, right across the river in the other counter, nice Nelson. Whoop. So across the river again. This is again 92, 93. Just to give you a time frame of what I'm talking about here. So we go back to this area right by my grandparents' place where I kind of live at now, where a place called Northwest Plaza used to be.
Right.
And then it was like this giant mall. They had a movie theater and they had this giant tilt arcade underneath the food court. Basically, there's one entrance was you go in there, the ground floor is this giant food court. Above that's movie theater. Underneath it, you have this underground tilt arcade that's so damn big that has party rooms and an 18-hole mini golf course.
Wow, that's cool. It kind of reminds me of my local ones, kind of similar. Like you got the theater up there, and then you have to go down to the arcades, sort of thing. It's down, which I kind of like that. Dude, but it's massive. It's huge, huge.
Some of the best memories of my childhood, man.
Dude, they are the best memories for me. Growing up, my dad, it's funny. I was easy to shut up, you know. If I was out and about with my dad, whatever, I'll be like, can you just leave me here for an hour or two and come pick me up later on? I was only fucking 10 years old, man. And I was in these dingy arcade joints with everyone smoking and stunk like cigarettes. You know what I mean? Exactly. I agree now. So, and I'll be just left there and I'll be, you know what blows my mind now that I think about it? Playing Street Fighter 2, all right? I don't know if you ever noticed this, but Vet went through the same thing as I did. I guess it was a worldwide thing between hardcore Street Fighter players, but you leave your quarter on the top. So say someone was playing Street Fighter, right? And you wanted to play next or challenge them or whatever, but if they didn't want to challenge, you put your quarter on the machine, and you just leave it there, signaling that when you're finished, I'm next, and whoever's lining up. It was just a written thing that everyone knew. You put your quarter there, you're the next one in line. And man, there was never problems, bro. There was never trouble. No one cared. Now that I think back on it, imagine doing that now.
It was an unwritten code of conduct and rules that everybody understood and abided by.
Yeah, but see, now I picture if that was around now, the same way, I could just see people looking at you what are you doing, bro? Or something, you know, I don't know, man. It's weird, but they're the fun, dude. Arcade machine. I love arcades, man. $5 a round. Damn.
Some high rollers, pal.
As a kid, I wasn't fucking around like that. You know what I mean? We're just challenging each other for no money. I had no money.
All right. So anyway, here was made this even better. Made this whole story even better. So we couldn't get to Chuck E. Cheese. It was so crowded. It was a Friday night. I mean, come on. What do you expect? In the early 90s, what do you expect?
Yeah.
So we have that Tilt Arcade at that mall. So instead, what we do is we hit up the Pizza Hut right across the street from it.
Back in the all-you-can-eat days.
Back in all you can eat these. Of course, I
Man.
think, of course, because it was dinner time. I don't think they had their buffet up. But that
Oh,
did not mean you still did not get the best pizza. Like they brought it out to you with the pan, like you ate it off the pan, whether it was
stop
thin
it.
crust, pan crust, hand tossed, right off the pan. Pal, they gave it to you.
Stop it, Brandon. You're making me all friggin'
You had the soda in the red cups, man. The multicolored lights, the red booths, man.
in the red and white fucking table fucking what do you call it? The tablecloths.
The red and white checker tablecloths.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, man. Why? You know what? I crave for Pizza Hut sometimes, right? It's not the best pizza compared to your local type of pizza, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but when it comes to like, if you want a good chain pizza, back in the day, they gave it to you.
They really did, man. And why would they close down the all-you-can-eat places, man? Like there used to be a Pizza Hut on every corner at one stage around here, and they're all-you-can-eat joints. And I mean, man, we all used to love going to them. It was cheap too. And then there's none. I think apparently there could be one left here,
Oh,
from what
dude.
I hear. But yeah,
This was like literally like just a couple of years before this one place that had the buffet, this one Pizza Hut but nearby me that had the buffet closed. So there's a guy he used to be a close friend. I invited him out. We're gonna go to this one buffet, like a local, not a pizza, but a local restaurant lunch buffet they'd always have. Unfortunately, we got there too late. It was super packed and crowded. Okay, we got to find a place. Got to find a place. Dude, I know a Pizza Hut. They got a good buffet. We'll go there. We got
that's it.
there. We got there. We were not disappointed.
Yeah, man. See what I mean? And like, again, it was a lot cheaper. Like, there's no options like that anymore, man. Like, it's weird, man. Like, there used to be buffets everywhere.
Dude, the CC buffet. The CC buffet was tremendous.
I don't think we've got them here, man. What, $3?
Yeah,
$3? Holy shit. Well, I never experienced CC Pizza, unfortunately. I don't think we ever had them here. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think so.
CC's was pretty good. It wasn't great, but like it tasted good, and you did not feel bad for the money you spent. Like you felt like you definitely got your money's worth.
Is Pizza Hut pizza say much, much better though still, like in your opinion?
They've gotten better. They've gotten better these last few years, but they're still not up to the levels they were at like in the 90s.
Okay, so they still exist in the US, CC Pizza?
CC's, yes, but they're a little bit more sparing and harder to find.
Okay, because yeah. I remember when Golden Corral first opened, it was a steakhouse with a buffet back then. I remember all the Sizzlers, man, that used to be around too. They were all buffets. I mean, we're gonna sizzler. We're gonna sizzle. You can't afford
Hey, Shooter,
it.
can I see the Sizzler? Yeah, we'll see there. So where's your dad at? My dad's at that Sizzler in the sky.
Oh. I miss those joints too, man. There's still, you know what? There's still a couple of Sizzlers still around here, not in my state, but like in Queensland, apparently there's still a few. They've all closed down here. But I'm really reminiscing on the Pizza Hut freaking all-you-can-eat joints, man. That really makes me want to go there. One thing I noticed about Texas, Bruce, you guys seem to we both share a lot of the same sort of places for whatever reason. And even like you even got a lot of Australian fucking food joints in Texas as well, which is funny.
Jimmy, I don't know if you've ever heard this before.
What?
Have you ever heard Australia be called British
Yes.
Texas?
I hate the British part. Why are we're not British, god damn it. Yeah, we're under the Kuwait, the so-called monarchy, but we're not British. Fuck anyway. But yes, even Undertaker said it on his podcast. He got asked like if there was any place around the world to live other than the US, of course. where would it be? Would it be Canada, for example? He said. He goes, actually, no. He goes, Australia would be the place where he would live because he goes, first of all, the people. He goes, man. He goes, the people remind me of like a crazier version of Texans in some ways. He goes, but they're chilled. Like it's hard to explain. But he also says Australia in general just reminds him of Texas. And since he's a Texan himself, he goes, but without the guns. You know what I mean? Like basically. But he goes, definitely, he goes, but the Australian people are wild. He goes, they're fun loving. They want to do their shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, he said that's exactly what he said. He goes, Australia is like Texas. It's just, but I've heard more people say that. It's odd. I mean, the weather is very similar. I could say that. I haven't been to Texas to really compare it, but I'll take that as a compliment.
Honestly, now you say that, I'm wondering. I think there's you guys might be within equal like you guys on the south end, Texas on the north end. You guys might be within equal distance away from the equator. That I got to go check that out, but that is a possibility. That is a very real possibility. I'm going to have to look at that.
But if so, what does that mean though? We're close to the equator though.
What's up?
We're close to the equator, as in Australia.
Hang on. All right,
like Northern Australia is always hot all year round, right? Like all year. There's no cold.
All right, let me check something here.
Not where I am. I'm talking about Northern Australia. I'm all the way down the bottom. Yeah, I'm like Florida almost, but southeast, but considered East Coast.
So you're the one riding gators while dressed as a fairy?
Yeah.
Dressed as a pirate through a mall?
Yeah. Of course, Bruce, when you're from Texas, of course you're going to think that you got the best food in the US. We say we got the best food in Australia. In Melbourne, that is, in Victoria. But I do want to freaking try a Texas barbecue, that's for sure. But California is also where we're very similar, like in terms of, we're on one side of the Pacific, they're on the other side. We share the same water. New York pizza, I need to try it, but I hear it's a bit overrated too, so I don't know.
New York pizza is not overrated. New York pizza is as somebody who's eaten it, it's great. It's delicious. It is really fucking good.
Yeah, but
I love New York pizza.
It's just pepperoni with cheese, like is your typical New York pizza in many ways.
There much more to it. Much more to it. I'm personally a pepperoni guy, but there's way more to it.
I love like a pizza with a lot, man. It's called down here basically, but it's not the lot. But basically, it's got onions, ham, pepperoni.
Yeah, that would not surprise. That would not surprise me seeing that on a New York style pizza, like a New York meat pizza with veggies. That sounds about right.
Yeah, see, our pizza here, like, I think we've got great pizza here too, by the way. From all the Europeans anyway, that's down here. But I don't know. I can't explain it because it's very good though.
Which ones? Like actual Europeans are the ones that go la, 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 la. Oh, sorry.
No, just stop it. I say Europeans, god damn it. I didn't say fucking, you know what I'm talking about. Even though I grew up with those peeps, I've told you that, man.
Oh yeah, the Detroit style deep dish is tremendous.
See, in Chicago, freaking deep dish, are really a pizza or a pie?
Although to be fair, at least when it comes to me in Detroit style, I kind of had a little bit of a cheat code because I grew up with the Little Caesars pizza by the foot. Remember pizza by the foot they had in the 90s?
I do. Absolutely. They don't do that anymore?
Nah, unfortunately they don't, but that was awesome.
That was a craze at one stage with all that shit, man. Like foot long pizzas, like as in not, the long fucking. Oh, they like how big were they? They were huge, man.
Yeah, and it was $12. $12 or 10. I think it was like $10-$12. But just so you guys know what you're getting, just give you guys an idea. It's like 96, 97 when this was the thing, and for Little Caesars in the United States. It was like a pizza by the foot or like a foot long, or I forgot what it was called, but yeah, pizza by the foot or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What it guys was, it was literally 4 feet, like 4-foot box, 4-foot long box, where you
Ridiculous.
have the first 12 inches is a 1-1 topping Detroit style deep dish pizza, and then repeat the next 2 feet, and then the 4th foot was like garlic bread.
Oh, they do it like that too. My eyes just saying. Anyway,
Yeah, but looking at that, getting that for $12, I'm not gonna complain.
no, absolutely not, man. Are you kidding? That's awesome. But Gris was saying something about Jimmy T. Imagine having a better tasting Little Caesars that is a real Detroit style pizza. Oh, I can't laugh and cough, please, fellas.
Points,
I'm
Crust.
dying. You're killing me. Oh, I say because I cough so much, right? Like I told you, my diaphragm. It's like I'm breaking a rib every time I cough and laugh at the same time. I do remember that too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
get me the Bigfoot pizza. What was it like that? What was it like?
It was big and square, wasn't it? Wasn't it like a square the way they did it?
I think it was like a giant ass rectangle, like a 8 by
rectangle,
12. Yeah, like a 6 by 10 or something. Or no, not 6 by 10, like a
It's something similar.
like a
That's
10
my
like a
memory.
10 by 14 or something, I think. I don't know. Or 12
But it
by
was
14,
good.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It was good. And I get it. Like for them to do it now, it's not practical. And they're probably thinking, what idiots were we back then? How much money were we losing? You know what I mean? So now they just keep it simple,
Dude,
which is sad.
you know what? Get this. This was like 08 when I worked at Pizza Hut. Again, this is 08 prices. I overheard a conversation where they're talking about how it actually costs only like $2 to make a supreme pizza.
$2.
It only costs Pizza Hut $2 to make a supreme pizza, and they sell them for like 10. At that time.
It's always going to be cheap to make. Well, think about it, right? It's just dough, water, right? Like with fucking ingredients, it doesn't cost much at all. Like, and then they rip us off.
Oh yeah, the pizza at Little Caesars were back in the early mid 90s.
Because of their fake pizza.
Get me spaghetti in a bucket, pal.
Oh God! Imagine that. We're getting ridiculous. Like
that happened. That actually happened. Little Caesars was selling buckets of spaghetti.
Buckets. It just sounds off, bro. Buckets of spaghetti. Ugh. I like spaghetti, but was it served hot?
I don't know. I never had one. I was more prone to the pizza.
I don't know. That sounds kind of odd, man. Buckets of spaghetti. It's like it's come up with anything at this point to fucking make $1 or to compete with the rivals, you know? But that doesn't sound appealing to me. And I like spaghetti, just
it sounds like a gimmick that's like when you actually eat it, it's like ugh.
Yeah. You know, like these start acting retarded. But like literally, it's just that's yuck, man.
Yes. What's your spaghetti policy here?
Yuck, bro. You brought it to the
dude. Get me Charlie Day, pal. That was a great episode of It's Always Sunny. That was a great episode of It's Always Sunny.
That is fucked up, man. That is funny though. I can picture it. Not sure why. My weekend was Blockbuster and Little Caesars bucket. Oh God, not you two. The spaghetti was hot and meaty. It was great. Did you put it in plastic bags, but? That's what I want to know. And take it to school with you after that. Yeah. Oh, that's too much.
Man, you want to know what really it's kind of endeared me to Little Caesars and kind of hasn't. Why I haven't forgotten it was like they used to have these what's called Customer Appreciation Day, and this was like the mid 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like once in a blue moon, they'd advertise it like a few weeks ahead of time. Customer Appreciation Day, large one topping pizzas, $2.99.
Wow. Holy
Again,
shit.
mid-90s,
That's not
14
happening
inch.
ever again. 14 inch
No,
for that cheap. Fuck. That's
I
never
will,
happening again.
I will never ever forget seeing the lines out the door wrapped around the building.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Think about it, man. Like, you're not getting those freaking prices ever again. It's just not happening. They had different sized buckets for the spaghetti. They also had a lot of sauce. You know, that shit wouldn't work here. No one would buy it. If they were like advertising spaghetti in buckets, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
It wouldn't work here.
the only way that could work is if it's like out of a food truck where you're seeing them cook it in front of you, put it in a bucket, and give it to you, and they say go home and freeze it.
Even then, I still wouldn't trust it. I don't know. Like, it's the bucket thing. It just doesn't sound right.
Yes, Gross. Yes. Yeah, the personal pans, the pizza slices for $1.
Dollar,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, like in the Kmart's.
Oh, in the Kmart?
Yes, back in the early mid 90s, there would be Little Caesars in like the Kmart food cafes where you could get like personal pan pizza slices for like $1. And then like
Fuck.
then they have a deal where it's like you get 2 plus a soda for $2.
See, man, I've still got Kmart here. I've got a Kmart like literally down the road from me, right? Which is open 24 hours, like literally 24 hours. Pretty convenient when you need something late at night, type of thing. So whatever reason, Kmart is still a thing here. But there was never a Little Caesars there. They had well, they still do, but I forgot what it's called. Oh, have you got Dunkin' Donuts over there? You do, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, that's a dumb question. There's a Dunkin' Donuts like in the Kmart there as well. And there
No,
was something else.
no, actually, at least in my area, the main alternative to Walmart is Target, and they have Starbucks in there.
Yeah, Target, man, is like, or Target, shall we say. Is like your upper class sort of place now when it comes to like what I like about Target, especially your Targets. You guys have got everything in Targets, man. Like you can buy anything and everything, like from whatever food, like whatever coffee or
Dude, they have their own like food. Target has their own internal food brands for their food market or grocery
see.
store area.
They don't usually do that here with our Targets for some reason. Like it's the same Target, like same company and shit as your Target, right? But for some reason, it's just that they don't. We haven't got any over the top Targets here that's got everything like that, which I hate. I wish like they did do that here. Our Costco's are like that. Obviously, Costco's like that everywhere anyway. But I don't know why Target was Target always like that in the US, or is that a thing that happened later on?
I think some of this happened later on because
Yeah, because it wasn't like that. I could have sworn it wasn't in the US.
I remember growing up, Target, what they would have is like they were just them and they had their own like food court, which was good. Like they had decent hot dogs and popcorn, well priced, but nothing really name brand, just their own thing. It was decent
Yeah.
enough, and you went there. You also had Walmart, which was the main one, and then in like fighting between 2 and 3 was Kmart and Target and Kmart. And Kmart was the ones who had Little Caesars in their food court, and I always loved going to Kmart because I wanted to get Little Caesars. I wanted that personal pan.
That's cool. $1, man. That were good times, man. Now imagine paying for one slice in today's fucking man. There's $5 at least they're charging.
Yeah, at least in the local Little Caesars in my area, the closest we can get, the closest that they have that is kind of reminiscent of that food court deal is they have a lunch special. Like the Little Caesars, at least in my area, have a lunch special where you can get like a personal pan, 4-slice Detroit deep dish, one topping pizza, and a 20-ounce soda for like $6.99.
What? No way, dude. That's so not cool, man. What they do to us now compared to what we used to get then. That's why. Oh, so it was. So I was right. So it did start in the 2000s because I know it wasn't like that all the time. But and then suddenly I noticed with the targets in the US have become like these super like targets for whatever reason. In New York City, damn, if you see what I mean, bro. Yeah. You know what? We're very expensive down here too now, so bro. Like extremely expensive. We're probably worse than that, actually. But yeah, 15 bucks. And see, the US was never known to be that expensive with food, especially. And like now, it's like we're all the same. Like we're all paying out of our backside. Like, man, to go to fucking Burger King and get, all right, maybe a few extras, you
But
need
yeah,
at least 50 bucks.
when it comes to Burger King, you either have to have the app or do the like the 2 for 5 or 3 for 7 deal to get anything good
Usually
out of them.
I use the app all the time, like even for McDonald's. Because McDonald's rewards you pretty good actually if you buy through the app.
I don't know if you have them there, but if you have White Castles there, get the app because you get a lot of good shit with White Castle.
You know what, man? I don't think there is. Oh no, there is maybe a couple, but not in my state, man. I think
Oh,
for whatever reason, a lot of the times with American stuff like that are new, like as in new in Australia, they test them out like in the northern sort of states. I don't know why, but check it out. Can you look it up for me? See if there's any White Castles in Australia.
yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna get my phone out here
'Cause
real quick.
usually you're good
Right.
at fucking telling me these things.
All right, where exactly are you at?
I'm in Victoria, Melbourne, Victoria.
Right,
Melbourne is the city. I mean, Victoria is the state. So you can type just Melbourne or Victoria, I guess, but I don't think there is any in my state.
yeah,
But
it says no White Castle Melbourne. So I'm gonna go say closest White Castle to Melbourne.
or no, just write White Castle in Australia and see what comes up. Oh, look at T and Cooper is on the fucking. Josh, what's going on, bro? Thank you for joining. I don't think there is.
Hey, what's up, Josh? Whoop whoop.
And also, yeah, thank you once again, Josh, man, for looking out for me as well. Even on the Twitter, you said it as well. I appreciate that, brother. But it doesn't seem like there is, which is surprising. I don't. It's very competitive here, bro.
According to Google, no White Castle in Australia. Apparently that is like a American family brand owned and operated by families since its founding.
Okay, I mean, the thing is, when you've got all these burger joints already as it is, I don't know if there's room like for another one. Like Carl Jr.'s is like a good example.
White Castle is way different. Like it's something else different from like the burger joints that you're used to. I guarantee it.
Yeah, aren't they small? The burgers kind of thing.
They're very like an inch and a half by inch and a half squares.
Yeah, I
loaded with onions and some pickles.
So is there variety? Like, can you get different like burgers, basically, like everywhere else?
Yes. You can. They also have cheesy versions. We can get like regular cheese, jalapeno cheese, cheddar jack cheese.
All right. So what about, for example, like a Whopper at Burger King, right? Can you get something remotely similar to that?
No, they do not have any thick burgers. It's all like you can get a double slider or double cheese slider.
So they're all sliders based, basically, with White Castle.
Correct. Yeah, they are the OGs. And honestly, they might be the OGs of the sliders.
Okay.
Dude, as they shoot, no joke. My grandfather has told me stories of when him and my grandmother used to go to White Castles and they were like 10 cents a burger.
Wow, 10 cents a burger, man. No way. How much are they now?
$1.
What? Right now, still.
Or around me $1.04.
Wow. No shit. $1.04 in 2026.
In 2026. Get me inflation, pal.
What? No, the inflation. That's freaking cheap, man. But yeah, White Castle is in Harold and Kumar is hilarious.
Great
Come
movie.
on.
Great movie. Did Doogie Howser steal your car while doing coke off of a hooker's leg? Yeah, he did.
Isn't he also in Super Troopers? Kumar?
I don't know.
He's the one that goes, "Who wants a big black mustache?" Right? Don't you remember?
That's another movie I admit I've never seen. I've never seen Super
Oh
Troopers.
God, you gotta watch Super Troopers, dude. Come on. You gotta
Yes,
do it.
Whataburger. Yes, Jimmy, you have to have a Whataburger. Whataburger is so good, and you need to have Whataburger fries and spicy ketchup. Oh, that's so damn good.
I'm getting hungry now. You guys are talking about this shit. We're all talking about it. We've been talking about food for a good hour now. Have you know that's the first? Is Super Troopers 3 coming? Oh man. You have to please. Everyone recommend Brandon to do a watch along with Super Troopers. You'll be laughing throughout the whole movie.
I'm sure I've seen. Let's just say I've seen like clips of it. Every one of them popped me, so I know it's gonna be it should be a funny movie.
But with that part where he's like, "Who wants a big black mustache ride?" And the chick is this German chick. She's like, "I want one. I want one." Makes me laugh. Great movies, man. I don't know, man. There's some of the funniest shit. No way you dropped last week. Why haven't I seen that? Oh, man, that makes me want to look it up right now. Can we see the trailer?
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull it. Let's see.
Pull it up, please. Oh, you're hyped? Now I'm hyped. I'm definitely going to see it too now, sir. Stop it, Gross. I'm hungry right now, bro. I'm going to go and get something to eat right pretty much now. I'm starving after all this talk. But I just want to see this quickly, man. Because I didn't know that the trailer just came out last week. I didn't even know there was a part 3 coming out. Super Troopers.
One sec.
Yeah. I don't know. I love Super Troopers, me personally. Like I was just looking at you, D, because I can watch that movie, the both of them, but part 1's the best. Like,
1, 2, 3, go. Tokyo Drift.
yep, put it big, Brandon. Oh, meow. All right, meow.
Can we hear it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I give to you our electric patrol car.
Electric.
Well, yeah, you gotta be progressive. We're going green, pal.
That's funny. Good to see all the OGs are back.
Well. It isn't the old timers pass the torch to the new generation.
You beat my rookie in a foot race? No ticket. Wait, what?
He's the cop I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure he played Kuma. He was Kuma in the.
Hey, Thorny, we're super excited for your hot sister's wedding.
To Rod Barva.
That's my shirt. It's a good sex shirt. I got a Postmates delivery of 12 short and wide condoms for Rod Farva.
12? I guess I'll have to do.
Here I come.
Short and wide.
Get me chode, pal.
Mom, Dad, this is Farva.
Oh my God, babe, you clean up great.
I wonder if they have any white tea here. Oh, wait, that's me, Whitey.
You like racial humor.
Who doesn't?
Farva texted me his list of demands for the bachelor party. Bum fights, Russian roulette, strip club. What the hell?
Hello, boy.
Oh, okay. I knew he was related to him. Anyway, the movie.
Tokyo Drift, motherfucker! Watch it, Farva.
Is it possible
Oh.
we're no longer cool guys in our own story? Chance.
Oh, he was humping. Dude, they even play games on each other as cops here. Like,
Time to pick your snake.
This guy
kind of cute.
He got beaten.
Check it out.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking idiots.
They're the biggest idiot cops you ever get in your life, man. But it's fucking great, man. Like, seriously, but just and the song, I am the law. Anyway, no, we don't have Jack in the Box or anything either, bro. Unfortunately.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man, dude. Their tacos. Oh, back in the day, they used to have before inflation and whatnot. They used to have this deal where it was a super popular thing. 2 tacos for 99 cents.
That's
I'll never forget. I used to work at a Jack in the Box between 04 and 05, and I used to do also because I was in high school. The only time I could work late nights was on Friday and Saturday.
wow.
Dude, how many? We actually had a station dedicated specifically for tacos because of how many we got.
Yeah, I could picture that. We do have a lot of taco joints here, like Taco Bell and all that.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell's big, and also local Mexican places are also pretty big too. Dude,
Yeah.
seriously, no joke. I can't tell you how many times I will stop at a local Mexican joint because I wouldn't say as often, but I'll say 60% as often as a chain like Taco Bell or
Wow.
Chipotle or
Oh, yeah.
Qdoba.
Interesting. I'm just looking at the Jack in the Box situation here in Australia. Nah. But what is opening here is Arby's is opening up here.
Oh,
And
nice.
there was
Arby's
one
is good.
more. And there was one more that was opening up. I can't remember, but yeah, Arby's is. I want to see now actually if it's even opened yet. I haven't come across it yet, but I know I was reading an article about it. But the thing is, it's very hard to succeed here, man. We're very regiment with there's a lot of like I said, Carl Jr.'s came here, opened up all these fucking stores everywhere, competing with McDonald's and Burger King and shit, like right near all of them. Guess what happened? They pretty much went into administration pretty much here, but they managed to, there's still stores around, but most of them all closed down, man. But there is still one down the road.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. What was I looking up? Oh, yeah, that's it. Hang on.
Get me the Meat Mountain, pal. Put that right up there next to the Omos and the Lashley and the Oba.
Oops. Anyway, why am I looking up food? I'm fucking want to eat some food. I'm starving. So, you seen Beer Fest? I don't think I had, or maybe I have, Nelson.
Here's my dinner tonight because I didn't want to spend any money and I had extra meat in the house, so I had cooked a petite sirloin steak.
Oh yeah, lucky.
And then cooked me a center cut pork steak. Woo-woo.
Damn. That reminds me.
Ooh, yeah.
Something there.
Oh, yeah, do you have any? Oh, yeah, by the way, do you have any Arby's nearby you?
Nah, unfortunately
that
not.
sucks. Yeah, they recently came out with this one thing called the meat and at least in the United States and at least in some areas in the United States called the meat and 3, where it's you pick either a roast beef, a ham, or turkey, or I think chicken sandwich for $7.99, and then you get curly fries. I think it's either 2 or 3 piece mozzarella sticks, and then
Mozzarella stick?
Dessert and drink for $7.99.
We don't get these sort of deals here, bro. You need to get that the equivalent. It sounds like over here, you need at least $20 minimum.
Holy shit!
Jersey Mike's makes great sandwiches.
They do. I want to like their Italian. The problem I have with Jersey Mike is they're Italian, is it's like you have it's a top, like you have a layer of salami, then a layer of pepperoni,
and some
and then
bushut.
and then like everything underneath it is like 3 layers of, or 3 layers of ham.
Hey, come on, Brandon. That's how they eat, bro. You'll be like, get the fuck out of here, Brandon. If you, they, I know that's a heart attack waiting to happen
Yeah, sure, all that pork.
on
so
your
I-
fork.
So because when it comes to sandwiches, I happen to do a personal life hack just because of the situation I'm in and where I work. Papa John's recently just started doing toasted sandwiches. So what I do is, since we don't have an Italian on our menu, I go to the grocery store, I buy salami, and then what I do is I put together a Italian with our pepperoni, the bun, and then the salami I buy. And then as it's running through the oven, I chop up Papa John's pepperoncinis, put them on the sandwich. There we go.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're allowed to do that? Are you allowed to actually do that? Like grab some of their stuff?
I asked the manager for permission first, so
And he's cool with it?
I mean, she hasn't said no.
That's cool, man. Because technically you don't work for them, right? Technically.
No, I actually am a paid, I do.
Oh, so they do pay you?
Yeah, I am a paid employee at Papa John's.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought, I know you do the Uber stuff or the door dashing, but I thought you're doing that for everybody as well, like as in like not just Papa John's.
Papa John's is my main job. I say they're 60. Actually, no, I'll say they're 55 to the 45 of DoorDash, or 55 to the 45 of DoorDash. Sorry.
Interesting. Because I'm thinking of doing some dashing.
Dude, do it.
For the on the side, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely do it. And if you can get to a point where you get to platinum status and you become a pro shopper, dude, shop and deliver orders, especially when you get good at them. That's where you make your money at. That's where you make good money at. I'm not even joking. In American dollars, I made $20 in about 25 minutes doing a shop and deliver order of just picking up groceries at a local grocery store, because I've done it so many times at this point. I know where everything's at.
how many hours would you have to work, say, a day? Like, honestly, just say you wanted to make $1,000 in a week, and I know that you're gonna have to do a lot of hours, right? How many hours do you think that would take to make, say, $1,000 a week?
Just in DoorDash, or including anything on the side?
No, just say dashing or even like Uber Eats, whatever. Like in a week, how many hours would you have to do to accomplish that?
I'm just trying to. Sorry, I'm trying.
I'm not talking about Papa John's. Don't worry about Papa John's. I'm just talking about just strictly dashing.
Let's just say if I play my cards right, I can make 120 in about 5 hours.
120 in 5 hours?
If I play my cards right and take the right orders, yes.
Fuck, that's a lot of hours to only make that much, I think, though. That's
Yeah, but the thing about it though, 120 in 5 hours, that's more than 20 an hour.
Yeah, true. Oh, here is me thinking I can make something roughly to $100 an hour. And that's how I'm looking at it in my mind, but that's unrealistic.
That is very unrealistic. Yeah, but you could still do very well. Like, for example, I think you could hit $1,000. That'd be tough. That would be kind of tough.
You'd have to do a lot of hours, right? I'm assuming.
I would say about 7 to 9 hours a week to get 1,000 in DoorDash. 7 to 9 if you're platinum status and pro shopper.
That's a lot, but that's a lot of hours, but not too bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it's not bad. Like Josh is saying, he made $20.50 an hour at his factory job. $20 is minimum wage here, by the way. It's literally minimum wage. Like that's $20 an hour. the most I was making at my jobs, man, and I was working at a place called Woolworths, which is it's a big supermarket chain here, right?
Oh,
But
yeah,
I was working at the
there's
distribution center.
there are some in some places in the United States that we got Woolworth.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. It used to be called Safeway before that, funny enough. But for whatever reason, they changed to Woolworths. But anyway, I was getting paid, and I was working at the distribution center, not at the actual supermarket. I was getting paid like $45 an hour during the day, like working that job. And at night, it's usually double time. And on weekends, double time and a half. And that's when you clean up, man. But pretty physical, though. It was a pretty physical job for what it was. It was like building a real life Tetris blocks because you have to stack the pallets, if you know what I mean. But you got to get everything like fit in on a pallet, and you got to get it pretty high. So it's like literally real life Tetris to fit all that shit in. It's actually pretty hard if you've never done it before at first.
Man, you want to hear a fun story? I not really a fun story, but more like
Oof.
because this actually happened multiple times. I can't think of any specific instance at this moment in time, but there have been times where I've been at work, and there have been times for games, from learning stuff from playing games, video games like Tetris, and games like that as a kid. Helped me for like real life situations.
You'd never know like that it would, but it actually did. In this case, same with me. Hey, there you go. Good old Safeway. Costco, there in Costco. It's true. Saturday for us is 1.5 times in Sunday is double time. Yeah, see, for us, weekends, no matter Saturday, Sunday is double time and a half. Like literally. So, like, yeah. That's when you clean up. I used to hate working weekends. For me, it's not even about the money. Like, I need time off. Like, at time when you're working, you're busting your balls all the time, you know. Sometimes for me, sometimes it's not even about the money anymore. It becomes like your sanity. But at times when it's smart to take up some of those weekend shifts, so because you clean up, man. But at the same time, you don't want to just work to live, you know?
Right, exactly.
Right, you have to problem solve. Now we freaking problem solve our freaking nuts. Like, it's basically what we've become.
Man, that's why I'm so glad that even though I'm a millennial, I'm like
So am I.
I'm like a back end millennial that butts up with the later end Gen Xers where
Team Millennials, pal. Yeah.
whoop, whoop.
Millennial power. I know. RBV's guilty of this. And if you're listening, God damn you. He always gives shit to millennials. And I'll be like, hey, wait, stop. I'm a millennial, damn it. Do you realize I'm here? Hello. Stop saying that. He hates millennials. So it's like, sorry.
Yeah. Don't lump us in with those later end millennials that bump up with Gen Z. Don't lump us in with them. We ain't them.
Yeah, we're not them. I can understand okay, look. We are probably the generation that started the soft friggin' bullshit. Like when I say soft, like you know, we needed our hands held a lot in many ways, you know. And then it just got worse. Like after us, it just kept getting worse and
yeah,
worse.
for some of us, realize, okay, it's time to stop having that hand held and stand up.
Right, but now, like with our generation who have kids, forget it. At least we still stayed outside. We still played with people. We didn't just interact friggin' strictly online.
Bro, even though I grew up during like the internet era when it first came into prominence.
But we grew up without it too, Brandon.
Yeah, dude, I'll never forget playing hockey in the streets and being out, running out in the backwoods. Me and there's this, no joke, there was this creek me and my friends used to go out to. Like it was like a bridge. It was a bridge over a creek, and somehow there's this vine that was hanging over that we just chill. Like we'd stop at the local gas station and we go through the woods to the creek and just eat our food, drink our soda, and just chill there. And then we'd crawl under like this, and then the creek
Bridge.
actually led through this sewer, which led to a lake underneath this main subdivision, and we just chill under.
You know what's funny, bro? I used to do the same thing where I grew up, right? There was a creek at the end of my street, literally. And, you know, we'd always go down the creek as kids, man, and didn't even worry about snakes or any of that shit, right? Like, it just didn't occur to me. Now, you go down the creek, snakes everywhere. You see them. Back then, I never see them, man. What do I see them now as I'm older? And back then, like, I would sit right up against the water, man. You know? Hey, me too, Josh. I'm a freaking gun basketball player. I was at one stage. I'm a great shooter. Tennis, though, I kicked butt for many years. I still shoot hoops to this day. But, you know, I can't play a full-blown, like, if somebody went and challenged me one-on-one right now that's way younger than me, forget it. But if you want to have a shooting contest, I'm up for it against anybody.
Dude, that is a great point, Gruss. Dude, I will never, ever forget.
We are.
Being outside, going outside, Cowboys and Indians, street games, football games outside, and then once that was done, it was time to go home, going inside and getting on the internet, and then having to do with the dial-up.
I miss that sound, man.
And then as you're playing, and then somebody calls the house, the phone rings, it kicks you off the internet.
Yeah. And you know what's even worse? Like I had the internet as well when it basically came out. And yeah, but my parents would lose their shit every time because they want to use the phone or, you know, whatever the case. It was just inconvenient.
Hey, get off the internet. I'm trying to make a phone call.
Yeah, man. It was very inconvenient at the time for everybody in some ways. We'd be like, no, I want to be on the internet. Even trying to sneak on the internet late at night, like while everyone's sleeping, you couldn't even do it because of the damn modem doing that. You know, I miss that sound though. But I miss those days, man. I miss the simple days. Yeah, but you know what's funny? Like the internet, I loved it when it first came out. I was like, wow, like, but it's not the thanks, Steve. I don't know if you heard it, but she's like, the internet's not the same. Ran ahead on with the. Oh, bro, I've got the same story. You want to? I've got
a now, so whoop whoop.
I was playing football as well, right? I got to say this story. I've got a great scar over here on my forehead, like just above my hairline, right? And we were playing Australian football, but me and my friend were going both up for a catch. He got a little bit higher than me, but I actually ended up getting the ball. So as we're going up, his two front teeth went crack right into my forehead, right? But I didn't feel it though, which is weird. So get this. So we both crashed to the ground.
Adrenaline.
Right? Yeah, it's weird. We both crashed to the ground, and I look at him, right? And he's just got blood pissing out of his mouth, and he's crying. He's like freaking out, and just blood, just gashing, but his teeth are missing. And then as soon as I see that, I go like that on my head, and bang, I just saw blood, and then I was just streaming with blood, man. Like, I'll never forget it, man, because I was in like the 6th grade when this happened, man. And then when I went to the hospital and get stitched up, whatever, the first thing that comes to mind, and it scars me because it's just, I remember clear as day. You know when they put the needle right in the wound?
Oh.
Like right in the wound, bro. Like, come on. Before they stitch you up, just to disinfect it and shit, and then they stitch you up. But yeah, we were tougher as well, man. We went through hell. Like, but so now, so I can attest to that, man. And that's part of growing up as a kid too, man. It is what it is.
Bro, I got a scar right here. It's really hard to see on my knee. It's really hard, but it's like right here on my knee. I'll never, ever forget it. I was like, I would say 4th grade. We were playing soccer at recess. So yeah. I guess it's probably about 98-ish, I want to say.
I was in the 10th grade in 98.
Yeah, I think I was 4th. So
Okay,
we're playing soccer, and the ball comes in, and I'm thinking, all right, headbutt time. I headbutt it. However, I'm not expecting the momentum to knock me down, and this knee to land right on a rock.
Oh, that's bad, dude. I don't think I've ever done that. But damn. Yeah, see. Oh, Josh, you're older than me. I would have graduated in 2000, but guess what? I got expelled in 99 in the 11th grade. I swear, man. Stupid idiot I am, if anything, because of the wrong timing. I only had one more year to go, you know. But you're only 2 years older than me, though. Josh, you're a 1980 kid, huh? I'm 82. So we're both old fuckers now, unfortunately. Like we're getting there. Expelled for fighting, bro, as a matter of fact. Even though it wasn't really my fault, like in a way.
And
Because a group of friends helped me as well, like hit this guy.
And
But anyway.
let me address something that Grush just said. That actually, what you just brought up is kind of the crux of what brought this entire conversation on the first place. If you have an issue with someone, you fight it, you get it out of your system, and then you're becoming friends afterwards.
Yeah, not this idiot, but in this case, the guy that caused me, because he got hurt pretty bad, man, where I was going to go to court. Like, they were going to take me to court. Me and my friend, yeah, it was pretty bad, man. But he's the one that started it. That's the thing. See, the thing is, though, I got expelled twice. I'm one of the very few, as dumb as that sounds. So I got kicked out originally, right? But because I was a good kid deep down, and they knew that, I was just hanging around bad crowd, I guess, at the time. They gave me another, because they liked me. Deep down, the teachers, actually, not all of them liked me, but they knew, like, I was all right. I was just getting mixed up with bad shit. So they brought me back, and I kid you not, I lasted not even a week. I remember hearing my parents were in the principal's office, and that's when I got called over the speakers to go to the principal's office, and that's when I realized, okay, what's up? And then I see my parents there, and I'm like, oh shit, something's up. And then that was it. That was the last time after that. So I came back for a week, and then I was gone for good. And then I tried to get into a couple of other high schools that I wanted to go to because of my friends, other friends, right? And they wouldn't accept me, man, because of the high school that I went to had a bad reputation, dude. It just did. It was a very bad school. And it got closed down, as a matter of fact, because of how bad it was. There used to be a lot of fighting going on, man, like a lot, and just a lot of shady shit was going on. But fun times, though.
As a shoot, there was a school district that I was in. The middle school I was scheduled to go to, if I was supposed to go there, it was so bad that my parents were willing to shell out the money to pay for private school because they did not want me to be subjected to that.
Yeah, well, you get this. You want to know something funny? I was close to a whole bunch of private school kids, right? And the place where they went to was Alphington Grammar. This school was so good, right? I'll turn up in my school uniform, right? My public school uniform, and go and say hello to my friends that used to go to this school, right? But the teachers would allow me to come in. So they got to know me. So instead of like, leave the premises, whatever, they could have called the cops on my school for, to say, hey, your students over here, they should be at school, but instead he's at our school. Nah, man, they weren't snitches. This is a private school I'm talking about. They would literally let me into the class, which is pretty freaking cool. But I used to tell my dad, okay, Dad, if you want me to do anything like proper at school, you got to send me to this private school. I wanted to go there. And I meant this. Okay, that's the only place where I can actually do something, my work, or say, for example, where my friends actually are good influencing me. You know what I mean? Not fucking bad influencing me. And my dad laughs at me. He just looks at me and goes, think I want to pay all this money for you to fucking do nothing? He's like, nah, no chance. I go, all right. I'm telling you now, like, don't go sick at me fucking for like fucking up at this high school, because it's just the environment I'm in, Yeah, exactly. And back then we used to think we were freaking gangsters too, bro, in the 90s. You know, that's when we're really influenced by American culture in many ways during that time. But you know, Tupac, Snoop. I remember when Tupac died, man, and the way everyone reacted.
Did
Everyone
you?
was crying.
Oh yes. So did you hear how it's pretty much been not legally, but kind of based on the Diddy documentary that came out that he was the one behind the murders or
Yeah,
of
I know what you're
Tupac and
saying.
Biggie.
He hasn't been charged for it though, man. So
Allegedly.
I can also say allegedly is Tupac really dead? Could this all be a Hollywood psyop?
I saw
know why?
Tupac at McDonald's.
No. Have you guys heard of a Kill the MC? Anyone? The Jurassic 5? He's not in Cuba, but that's funny that you said that now, so because that's always been the rumor. No, he's still in the States, actually.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Kurt Cobain.
No, I don't think. Yeah, Kurt Cobain's dead. Whether he killed himself is a complete other like.
Dude, did you
situation.
see that recently, like in the last several months, like a third party independent investigative, like they looked at all the autopsy forensic evidence and like, oh yeah, there's no way. Yeah, this is a homicide.
All right, let me show you guys something. Yeah, no, it's a homicide. I agree. Tell me if this person's the same person. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just. Because, dudes, can I share? Can you share? I mean, let me show you guys something. Sorry. Where am I? Fucking hell! I'm fucking up like an idiot. All right, let me share something right now. Like share screen. All right. Do you guys see the pictures? Oh, if you put it up, can you see this?
Kind of. You might have to zoom in on them.
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. Let me get it. Oh, why is it not?
Get me Club 27, pal.
Let me see. So yeah, Club 27. Why can't I? Oh, can you put it to big screen? Actually, do you know how to do that? Anyway, the point is, if you look at these two guys and the other guy, Charlie Tuna, is freaking Gaddafi. You guys got to look into this guy and Tupac. They're exactly the same age. He even had the same tattoo. I'm telling you now, they even talks the same. I know what you're saying, Bruce, but look into this shit, bro. You might actually blow your mind a little bit. It's weird. I'm not saying I don't think he's dead or not. There's something to it. I'm telling you now. There's something really to it. Just do me a favor and whenever you guys have time, type a Kill the MC, AKILLMC is Tupac. And then dive into that rabbit hole. And I'm sure you'll be like, they're exactly the same age. He even had Pac's tattoos. And the teeth are the same chip. Yeah, I know. And see, it's exactly right. Like Afeni Shakur was a CIA agent as well, man. That's another thing. I know. I did all that shit too, bro. This is a more recent thing, though. You see, when you think it's done and you think you know everything, something else comes up. And this one, not many people really know about it. You just got to. Bruce. What? Yeah.
Just when you think you have the answers, I change the questions.
Yeah. Trust me, man. Bruce, just dive into it and then get back to me and tell me what you think. Because it's weird. What did I say? Check out Jimmy. I missed it. Oh, about Tupac being alive still. And he's a Kill the MC. Still a rapper. Just not under Tupac. But he also says weird shit, this guy. He'll say he is Tupac and then say he's not Tupac. And if you listen to some of his songs, oh man, I've got it. I can't fucking find it, man. Oh yeah, Firestarter, I think it's called. If you listen to
Twisted
that, what
fire
he says,
starter.
yeah. Anyway, enough of that. I think I'm gonna go and get some to eat, Brando. Before I keep talking about this shit.
It's all good, man. Whoop.
Yeah, you have to do your research. I'm just saying, be open-minded, guys. It's easy to say he's dead, and that's easy, of course, right? But this is Hollywood, man. It's Hollyweird. There's so much bullshit that they feed us. We don't know what the fuck is real or not anymore. We never saw Park's friggin' body. We never saw anything about Park, like really when he got shot in Vegas. There's a lot that doesn't make sense. It doesn't really add up. So it was just his time was up, man. They wanted something different and new. They do this. They create stars, man. You know, they say it's Hollyweird for a reason. You know, I wouldn't put it past them.
I mean, this is, you can say it's been going on. It was
Forever.
on before that. 30 years. Go back to the Beatles from Tupac.
Oh, that is not the same Pete McCarthy. It's not. You do your research on that, and you'll come with the same conclusion. And they're telling you that it's not as well. Like, they drop so many hints in their shit. You know the truth. Like, they tell you that. That's the thing. They're pretty open about it without openly saying it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's like you got to read. It's like you got to read between the tea leaves to figure out what we're really saying here.
It's whack, but it's true. And it's easy to dismiss shit like that. But where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't believe in coincidences, man. How can these two dudes look too alike? No, Elvis is dead. Like that, that's easy to come to that conclusion. Oh no, everyone knew about Diddy. We all knew about Diddy. Even with this shit, long before he got arrested. It's just he got arrested for once.
The problem was he got a little bit, the powers that be thought he was a little bit too big for his britches, and they put him back in his place.
That's exactly what happened. Because they all knew about it. Why do it now? He got too far ahead of himself. He pissed off the wrong people. Because he probably thought at this point, I'm just as big as these people, but no, you're not.
It's like, yeah, they had to remind him, no, here's your place on the card. You stay here, and if you want to fuck us even further, we can do even worse.
Yeah, you're a bad boy, huh? Think again, Diddy. Like, clearly. Yeah, and that's what's happened to him. He got humbled, man.
Yeah, and with the shit he did, he got off light. So to me, this is more like a warning. You fuck.
He got off light.
Yeah.
Like you said, if he does it again, then he's dead, I reckon, this time. Or in jail for life. Like.
Yeah, no parole, pal.
Don't say that, Josh. Diddy Oil. He loves his Johnson & Johnsons, that's for sure. And he's not the mastermind. Yeah, he's definitely not the mastermind.
Yeah, he's simply a player on the chessboard who thinks that he's a little bit more. His ego is kind of convinced himself he has a little bit more power than he thinks he has.
Yeah, doesn't matter how rich how much money you've got, right? There's always someone above you, man. And that guy had to suck a lot of dick to get to where he's at. I'm just saying, no, there's anything wrong with it because
get me Clive Davis, pal. Allegedly.
Allegedly, like, but it's true. Yeah, Clive Davis. I mean, can you imagine his dick? I'm just saying, like, he got his dick sucked by how many people? But it's true though. He's willing to do that. What do you think? What do you think he was doing to freaking? To his own artists, like Usher and shit, like all those Diddy parties and all that shit, man. You want to get far in his business, you're going to be playing some Diddy games. You know what I mean?
especially with some of with some of the movie roles that Usher ended up getting too.
Yeah, and how do you think he got him? You do whatever it takes to make it on top, basically. You know what I mean? Then you,
Yo, we're gonna toss that salad and peel those potatoes. Onale, arriba la raza.
we're bowdy, rowdy after that. All right, come on. I'm never gonna look at that the same way now, Brandon. God damn it. But it's true, man. I mean, if you really want it, you'll do it. Like it is what it is. Will Smith is another one. His wife is the bigger monster, though, Gross.
Yeah, if anything, more than anything, Will Smith, the thing he's more guilty of is not being a man and standing up to that shit.
I feel like that was all a publicity stunt too, bro.
No,
I don't know.
That whole thing was slapping. No,
That was
one-
he saw
that-
it coming. It was trust me, it was.
Yeah, I'm talking about actual when it comes to like actual stuff besides that whole slap. I'm talking about actually being a man and standing up to Jada.
Yeah, see, I think that's what that shit was done for, just for him to save face. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love 50, man. Say what you want about 50, but he is the biggest, funniest prick in fucking music, just in general. The guy his troll game is on a different level. Like you cannot beat him. He knows too much about people, man. Like 50 is something else. Like I can't say enough about 50.
You're not coming at 50. He will destroy you.
He's just too good. Yeah, Jada is just the total fucking beast. Like completely. She's just a hoe bag skank. Like I can't stand her, man. Did to that boy from the show Empire. No, what did he do? Did he play with his tinkler?
Have not heard anything.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. That is hilarious. But that's how much he hates Ja.
Yeah, I got enough fucking money to buy out your front row, so you have nobody there.
No, he did. He actually did. Yeah, just to fuck with Ja Rule because you know the history between them two, right?
I do not. All I know is that they hate each other. That's all.
Well, it goes back to before. Like they've known each other since, like before they were big time. But Ja Rule got big first. I'm not even going to get into that. I know the peeps here already know what I'm talking about. But I wouldn't mind explaining it to you, Brandon, but you should actually watch that about it. But yeah. Babsu is a gay bully in Hollywood. Like they all are, bro. I mean, shit. If that's what they like, I don't care. Each to their own. But don't just put it on people.
Yeah, don't be a dick about it.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah, like what Brandon said. Don't be a dick about it. I mean, fuck. But like I said, I'm not saying it's a problem that they're gay, right? I've got no issue with that. It's just they're raping innocent people, man. Like,
yeah, you're just a shitty human being who happens to be gay. That's what it comes down to.
And even then, they probably weren't even gay. They became gay because they got raped themselves. Like, do you get my drift? It's a bad, vicious like cycle,
yeah,
man.
It is a cycle. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Ja Rule and Murder Inc., you know, they weren't pussies, man. Like, ask 50, you know? He got shot at, he got stabbed, his boys got stabbed. I mean, his best friend got killed. And I'm talking about from Run DMC, Jam Master Jay. Like, I mean, fuck. I mean, don't worry, Ja Rule's crew put a beating on 50 as well. Completely. Just 50 is just a monster, though. He doesn't give a fuck who you are. Even the hardest motherfuckers he'll go to war with, which could have got him killed, which is even crazier. But yeah, 50, I've got so much respect for him, man. I'll never forget when In the Club came out, though, back in 2003 or 2002, 2003. It was one of those years. But anyway, that freaking song was played everywhere.
Dude, yeah, he was so hot when he first came out.
Dude, I mean, he had albums before that album, but when he signed with Shady Records and Aftermath, obviously, with Dre, man, he just became something like a monster of a friggin' rapper, you know? Can't fight another rival rap clique with Samurai Swords. Dude, did you ever play the game Fight for New York? Def Jam Fight for New York with all the rappers?
The
One of the
Chinese.
best fighting games out there ever. I love that game.
Remember this Chappelle show? A moment. The Chinese delegation chooses the RZA, the
Yeah.
Jizza, the Wu-Tang Clan. And so we all let y'all know that Old Dirty has changed his name from Old Dirty Bastard to Old Dirty Chinese Restaurant.
Oh man, that was the funniest. Nelson Kelly, you never played it. It's got every rapper from East Coast, West Coast, the South. It's called Def Jam, right? As in Def Jam, like the record label. Fight for New York. It came out on PS2 and original Xbox. It is a cult classic. Everybody loves it, man. Snoop is one of the bosses on that game. It is fucking. It's an amazing game, man. I would love to play that again now. Actually, I might do that on an emulator. I do have an original Xbox, an OG Xbox, but I don't have the game anymore. But it is Nelson, trust me, you'll love it, bro. It is sick. It's based off a wrestling game. The part 1 of that game was a wrestling game. But remember, Def Jam's Fight for New York. Look it up and hurry up and play it. It's hard to find if you wanted to buy it, though. Absolutely. See what Groosy's saying, Nelson? Facts. How good was that fucking game, bro? It's like it's legendary, but it's underground legendary, if that makes sense. Like, if you know, you know. Like, if you know it, you know how good that fucking game is. But you'd be surprised at how many people don't know that damn game, which is nuts to me. But he's right. Bruce put it perfectly. Def Jam Fight for New York is a legendary game. Fuck the Fat Joe fight. Lol. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, and I had it, bro. That's what I mean. I can't. There's no way I'd get it. How much does it go for these days, Josh? Yeah, it's essentially a wrestling. It's actually a wrestling game, really. Like it's wrestling. Like there's part 1 as well. And there's one that came out after that, which sucked compared to the first 2, but particularly the second one, the Fight for New York, a must-own game if you love fighting games, wrestling games, and rap all together. Bang! That game's just bull. I've done so many hours on that game, man. I got to get it again for sure. Like, I love it, man. You'd love it too, Brandon. But if you're into hip hop, especially, it's a bonus.
I might have checked that out. Fight for New York, right? Def Jam Fight for New York.
Def Jam Fight for New York. Oh shit! On eBay for GameCube complete game, going for 182 with 1 day left on the auction. Damn.
Yeah, that's a little bit outside of my budget. I'm sorry.
Now, so get an emulator, download an Xbox emulator, and then just download the game for your PC if you use a PC. Trust me, it'll work. Yeah, are you looking at it by any chance, Brandon? Are you looking at the game?
No, I'm actually sorry. I'm sorry. I'm kind of nodding off and feeling a little bit tired.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's end it, man. I've been wanting to go for a while now, but then we get dragged into another conversation.
Hey, it is all good, man. It is all good. I'm glad to be here with the HMG fam, chilling, hanging, just having a good time, and just being here with the HMG fam. Whoop, whoop.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, I miss all of y'all. It's been way too long. That's probably why I'm chit-chatting way longer than usual. And so would I, bro. So would I. Absolutely would. Just remember the convo continues Sunday morning now. So the wreckage, 11 a.m. Don't forget it, bro. I'm waiting to see you there.
Yep. And then later tomorrow night, we're going to have HMG After Dark and finish off season 12 of Trailer Park Boys. And then on Monday, we got the Monday Locker Room, the Raw Watch-Along, the Impact Attack. And then Tuesday, this week in WWE, the Hitting the Marks, the A Show, the NXT Watch-Along, the Wednesday Locker Room. And then on Wednesday, we have Next Level Wrestling Review. We have the AEW Dynamite Watch-Along and Bell Count Thursday, the Friday Locker Room, the JCW Lunacy Watch-Along and TNA Impact Watch-Along. And then on Friday, the SmackDown Watch-Along and Bell Count. And then Jimmy, what else you got going on, pal?
Yeah, you missed one show this week in WWE with me and RBV Tuesday.
Oh,
at 3 p.m.
I thought I
Eastern.
did. My bad. I
Oh.
apologize.
You might have, but I didn't hear it for whatever reason. I might have been the one that didn't hear it. But in case you didn't say it, Tuesday I'm back. It's me and Rick. It is This Week in WWE. Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget that. And of course, like I said, The Wreckage, 11 a.m. tomorrow here on this same very channel with myself, the vet, and the professor, where we talk AEW, which I'm looking forward to because it feels way too long since I have last, especially after Darby won the. Anyway, I'm pissed. I was pissed. I love Darby, but wrong time to do that, in my opinion. But
it felt like they did it just to try to get people talking instead of for storyline and actual good storyline reasons.
What was the point of MJF going over Kenny on the pay-per-view just to fucking... I hate that hot shotting shit. All it does is damage their own friggin' belt, man. But whatever. I'll talk about that more on the Wreckage
Whoop, whoop.
tomorrow.
And yep. And as always, you can catch me on the Twitter, as the kids call it these days, the X at LG Brandon Whoop. I'm also on Twitch, twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop, where you know what? I think I'm gonna take a break from that tonight. I'm actually very happy and glad to spend, instead of doing Twitch, spending time here with the HMG fam, being here with you guys, and just having a good time and chilling and chatting. Honestly, that's, to me, that's actually better for me tonight.
Yeah, me too, man. Sometimes it's not always about, like, I know we could have spoke a lot more wrestling, and we did, but for the last 2 hours we really did speak about everything but wrestling, which sometimes is a good thing, man. In my opinion, anyway. But we are a wrestling channel. Let's not forget that. That's what we do predominantly of the time. But that's what I like about the watch-alongs, man, because we can just shoot the shit about anything, literally.
We can vibe and get real, pal.
That's it. Exactamundo. But in saying that, let's take it home, Brandon. See you later, boys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Don't forget, Nelson, I'm expecting to see you.
Yep, and also don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell. We're also on our Patreon, patreon.com/Hami Media Group. And that's it for us tonight, boys. We'll see you tomorrow with The Wreckage and HMG After Dark. We'll see you then. Whoop, whoop.
Peace.